The following program is brought to you by Pizza Productions.
Ahoy, hoy there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an all-new episode of the podcast that everyone listens to. I'm your fucking host, Kevin Porter. Oh shit, he's already saying fuck. This is gonna be one of those episodes, isn't it? Just fucking episodes, guys. Nah, man, Kevin Porter isn't phoning it in today. Not by a long shot, guys. I feel fucking great. I feel fucking great right now. So we all survived another holiday season. So for anybody out there, golf clap. Anybody. Give yourself a golf clap. Hear that? Golf clap. It makes the world a difference, I guess. You know, people are happy with golf claps. Sure they are. I don't know. What the fuck are we talking about? I don't know. This is like the fifth take, guys. I'm on like my fifth take of trying to record this stupid fucking thing. And I said, this one's for keeps. So whatever the fuck we say right now, it's for fucking keeps. So, dude, we have a very special episode today, guys. Brandon Huck is back, motherfuckers. And just kind of gonna front load this on here, just because this is very time sensitive information. But Brandon Huck is on here to promote his What the Huck series that is coming back this coming Saturday, December the 29th at Hop Nation. So if you're local to my specific area of Yakima, Washington, look up Hop Nation's information, guys. And the show starts at 7:30 and runs till 9. He will be featuring two guest panelists. One, Jaime Garcia, very, very funny, talented man. And two, Kevin Porter. I'm going to be on the panel as well. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't mean to like, oh shit, he's just brought here to promote his stupid fucking show. No, dude, it's not, we just got to front load that. I feel that, this is definitely something I think people are going to want to get out of their house to go see. I think this is definitely an event. So we need to build it up like an event. And that means we front load the fucking episode, guys. How are you guys? I mean, I should have asked first, right? I mean, fucking how unpolite of me, guys. I apologize. Like, I should have been like, how is my audience doing? That's great. Or I don't know. I can't hear you technically speaking. So those pauses are just me pondering my life right now. It's just like, whoa, what's going on, Kevin Porter? What's going on in your life? I don't know, man. The holidays, obviously, the kids got their Christmas presents. They enjoyed them. I got a couple Christmas presents. They were fun. A couple video games. Got Madden 19, so I don't want to go specifically and say that. I was like, no, Dad, don't mention it. You don't want to mention it. I was like, nah, fuck it. We got Madden 19, so I just installed that yesterday. So I haven't yet to play it yet because I installed it before I went to bed last night. Dude, I fucking slept like shit last night, dude. It's going from having the day off to, having to get up early in the morning. Fuck, dude, I went to bed at like 11:30. Kept tossing and turning like all night, like from like 3 basically till my alarm went off at 6. And it wasn't like it even went off because I was already awake and laying there. But I don't know, man. I think I'm really gonna start focusing on getting up like a little bit earlier than that. Like I'm thinking getting up at 5, guys, because I don't have to leave my house until like 6:50 ish. So if I get up at 5, I can start getting my workouts in like fucking early, dude. Like fucking early. Like I'll start the coffee. I'll come out. We'll lift some weights. We'll do some sit-ups. We'll do some fucking push-ups. We'll do some fucking pull-ups. We'll do some squats. We'll do some, because I only got one fucking real, like, heavy dumbbell. I got, like, a 20-pound dumbbell that I just, like, Jessica made fun of me because, like, she's like, well, what do you do? What do you do? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll do this hand 10 times, and I do this hand 10 times, and I go up with the other hand 10 times, and, like, I kind of just, like, wing it, in a sense. Like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I actually hit up my brother yesterday. My brother lives down in California, and he's, like, he's pretty, he knows what's up when it comes to like working out and like, he's very knowledgeable. He's always been his whole life. He's been, very, really good at that and the discipline and whatnot that it takes to be at that level. And so like we're trading text messages for like Christmas And I just never really realized it. It's like this whole time I've been like on this journey on my own, to like, lose weight and like get in shape and shit. And I totally like spaced it. It's like, bro, like, dude, I could totally have been hitting him up the whole time because we started talking. I asked him what he was doing yesterday, and he said he was gonna go run the Santa Monica stairs. And I'm like, oh man, that's a fucking thing down there in Santa Monica. That's cool. And he's like, asked me what I'm doing, and he said he had to pick up his house and stuff too. And I was like, dude, I got basically the same thing. I got to pick up my house, and then I was gonna get up on my fucking elliptical. Which, all being truthfully, I did 10 minutes on the elliptical, but today was a different fucking story, guys. But so we just, it's just like I asked him some like, specific questions that I had and stuff. And he shared like an app with me and like, gave me some information. And I was like, dude, why the fuck haven't I not hit you up? And it's not that, I don't know, we'll start doing that more, I guess. But, dude, yeah. So Christmas was fun. I'm trying to think of like what else I did here, the last couple of days. I mean, I had to work Christmas Eve. That was fun. I don't know, dude. Like I'm kind of on one today, dude. Like today was kind of like my come to Jesus moment in regards to like, really trying to like get myself refocused. I just feel like, with winter and just the holiday and all that shit, it's just kind of like, I guess you just kind of like, I guess that's just what happens, once you kind of get to a certain point, you're like, it's not like I'm gaining weight or necessarily needing to lose weight or anything at this point here. I'm pretty much just maintaining. I'm at a healthy weight. And so now it's just, about consistently exercising and just making sure 80% of the time I would say I'm eating decently and really trying to like, just do good on that sense there. But, yeah, I mean, it's been the holidays, like, I'll admit it. Jessica's kind of a bad influence. We eat candy sometimes and shit, and like, I've really like tried to like, I'm really trying to fucking push that back out though, dude. So today was like my first day back. I just like, all right, so we're going to fucking exercise after work. We're going to eat a good, like, healthy dinner. We're not going to fucking eat shit. No, like, pretty much this, like, New Year's resolution, dude. Like, that's my, when I come back, God willing, for a New Year's Eve special going into 2020, hopefully I can come back a year from now and say that I have totally abstained from sugar this whole entire year, and we're in better shape than we were already into the end of 2018. So by gosh, ladies and gentlemen, that's my goal going into 2018, man. And just like really focusing on the exercise. It's like, the reason I want to do exercise in the morning now is just fucking for the basis of like, just like, I feel like getting off work, you just don't have time to like really prepare a good, decent meal, because I'm really bad about planning that type of stuff. So it's like hard on me to, it's not necessarily hard, but it's just like, you just wish you had time to just come home and just do dinner. Like that wasn't even a question. Like it was already fucking done, right? So like we're just trying to work around that with more, crock pot meals, and just really trying to focus like Sundays being that key day to fucking plan our shit out. Going out and getting the chicken and cooking the chicken, portioning it all out, and just really trying to eat fucking clean, dude. People be like, oh, chicken's not that clean. It's like, it's better than eating fucking chips and donuts, motherfuckers. I don't fucking know what to tell you. So vegetables and meat are kind of like my main priority in regards to what I need to focus on for food. And just, making sure I keep up with my supplements and just daily exercise. Like there should be no reason I'm not doing something 5 days a week. It's not like killing myself 5 days a week. You want to definitely work to optimize your, your strengths and stuff. And you don't want to like, some people say you want to kill yourself and just like every time, but I think you want to definitely maintain, you want to do it the long run. I want to be able to work out every day. I don't want to fucking be in bed, like hurting pretty fucking bad, because it's been a long time since I like really felt that. Cause I hear people, now, and like, they'll, have to do some, bit of physical activity, and they're like, oh, my body's so sore. And I'm like, fuck, dude, my body doesn't get like that anymore, dude. I'm like so used to exercising at this point and like being up, moving around and doing something. Like even when I take like a week off or something from fucking exercise or some shit, I still come back, and it's not like I'm like going to wake up too sore. I did pull a fucking muscle over the weekend, but I had some fucking CBD fucking rub oil, dude. I put that shit on there the next day. Holy shit, dude. Within like, it wasn't like fast acting, but dude, within a good couple hours, dude, that pain was gone. By the end of the day, that pain, that fucking pulled muscle was completely healed. CBD fucking works, motherfuckers. I don't mean to go on too much here in regards to, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, CBD. CBD fucking works, motherfuckers. I don't mean to go on too much here in regards to, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, CBD fucking works, motherfuckers. I don't mean to go on too much here in regards to, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, CBD fucking works, motherfuckers. I don't mean to go on too much here in regards to, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, CBD fucking works, motherfuckers. I don't mean to go on too much here in regards to, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, CBD fucking works, motherfuckers. I don't mean to go on too much here in regards to, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, CBD fucking works, motherfuckers. I don't mean to go on too much here in regards to, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, CBD fucking works, motherfuckers. I don't mean to go on too much here in regards to, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, CBD fucking works, motherfuckers. I don't mean to go on too much here in regards to, what was I going life and shit. And I know I haven't really talked about exercise and all that shit for a long time. And anybody that doesn't want to listen to this, I encourage you to hit that fast forward button and get to Brandon Huck, because Brandon Huck fucking kills it on this episode. But, I just got to get this shit out there. This is my fucking therapy half the time to clear my fucking head. So it's just like, I'm really trying to focus on not being fucking negative and just not having negative influences like really fucking corrupt me or any shit, like definitely, just saying fucking prayers and keeping your fucking mind focused on fucking positive mental attitude, exercise, eating right, drinking water, and just really trying to fucking kill it, dude. And just really trying to fucking focus on that. And I just need to get back to where I was. And it's not to say I ever fell that much, but it's just at the same time, we haven't been pushing ourselves as hard as we fucking can. And that's my goal this year, dude. I just want to fucking, I want to get in really good shape, man. It'd be fucking badass to fucking shave a little bit off the sides in terms of, just a little bit of the fat, whatever's remaining there. I mean, everybody's got it. So you just want to do a little bit better. But I don't know, dude. So yeah, I if anything, all I got to say this week, guys, is like, I hope anybody that is listening before December the 29th, you guys fucking roll out to Hop Nation. Let's pack that motherfucker up, and let's, definitely let's show Hop Nation what we can do. And from there, Brandon has a show every week there. Like, I'll plug his shit up front, dude. He does Nostalgic Cheese every fucking Saturday at Hop Nation. So, hopefully in the future, this will be such a success that, there'll have to be more What the Huck special events there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Brandon Huck.
All aboard!
Oh, welcome to the podcast that no one listens to. Brandon Huck, what it is, fucker.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me
fucking
back.
Dude, I'm so happy to have you back on the fucking show, man. I mean, we've been sitting here for about 45 minutes even prior to fucking rolling on the microphone, dude, and we're just, yipping and yappering and shit. And it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, you too. Oh, do you need that stopwatch going? There you go.
We're official. The podcast is official now.
Yeah, I should have brought my clapboard out.
We're gonna do multiple takes on this shit, dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna get like 5. Normally by myself, dude, it takes me like, when I do like the wrestling podcast or like the intro and all that shit, dude, like a lot of times I'll fucking end up doing like 5 or 6 takes just because I fuck up, or like I just like, because like it feels like, kind of what we did there, like I did that with Brandon too on the episode I did with Brandon yesterday. And it feels good. Like, it feels like it lets you open up a little bit, so that way you're not so fucking, like, just coming in and be like, oh, shit, we're going to record right away. It's like,
oh, yeah, you have to, it's a warm-up. It really is. I mean, this is the kind of dialogue we would have backstage, before a show. It's us being us, and that's what I hope is reflected, ultimately. I mean, the new space that you've put the studio in, I'm really liking the fact that we can smoke now during this.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I think that's going to enhance the show in its own little way. We each have our own little gear over here.
We have our own little pipes, own little lighters. I mean, imagine back in the day, dude. Back in the day when like everybody's scrounging for weed and shit, and you're buying it off the black market. And, like, here we are now. We're so rich in weed, dude.
It's like, I got my own, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll smoke yours and you can smoke mine. It's still the sharing. I think there's the social element to it, which is fun.
I think that's fun, but,
Because, I mean, shit, if I've got some dank weed and someone else did, I want to try theirs, too, as much as they want to try mine.
I always remember after that show at Bill's, dude, coming over to Hop Nation when you were fucking closing up fucking Nostalgic Cheese.
Nostalgic Cheese, baby.
Nostalgic Cheese, baby.
Which one was that, the 90s episode I was doing?
It was a 70s episode.
70s episode.
And I remember just like us going out down by the train tracks, and I just remember fucking being so fucking cold. And then but we smoked like some really dank fucking shit. You had like some 30% fucking THC level.
I had that
shit.
real super good stuff.
I remember having to drive home, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
we had to sit around for like 45 minutes before we left, dude.
For the better or the worse, I have a reputation of being someone you smoke weed with after a show and you get a little too tore up. Was it Dana Carvey's kids? I did that show with them at Jackson's, and one of them was
Did you
live.
tell that story on here? I don't know if you told that story.
Long story short, yeah.
TLDR.
One of the brothers and I were live streaming, and he was getting ready to hit the weed, and the bartender called because they thought they were going to walk out on their fries, and so we went over to my truck a little further down.
Yeah.
And him and the brother each smoked, but the one of them just got
fucking way too stoned.
I mean, he's like, we're at McDonald's, and even the stream is gone from Twitch. I mean, it's got deleted.
legally, we had to get rid of
but
this.
it was all their weed smoking evidence. So it's like I don't blame them. They got a reputation. I mean, their dad is.
He's a famous guy. You know.
You don't want to disappoint your father.
Yeah. Right. I mean, Dana Carvey. You know.
Yeah, and I was actually fearing an angry call from Dana Carvey for like 3 days after that incident. Like, oh my
it's
god,
my art. Sue
like I'm
me for it.
so sorry, Dana. It's just really good weed out here. This golden pineapple was incredible.
It was an incredible experience, Dana.
I never mean anyone harm. You know me.
Course,
I want people to just have a good time, and for me, having a good time is smoking a lot of weed.
I think it's the best way to do it, man. Like even
in our state, it's wonderful.
It's dude. I know. I feel bad like when I hear stories about people in other states that like still have to like purchase it through the black market. I'm like, man, it's been legal here since 2012, dude. Like we've been buying it from the stores since 2013.
The stuff we've been smoking, this Harambe. It's called Harambe. I bought a half ounce of it, 14 grams, for $36 fucking dollars.
It's ridiculous.
Old black market prices would have been like what, 120?
Yeah.
Maybe you got lucky and it was really good and dank.
It was always I don't know, man. It was always like just the luck of the draw too, man.
Yeah.
You never knew what you were gonna get,
and you couldn't just tell the guy no because he just came all the way to your house.
Yeah, and no, me, man. I was always meeting people in random parking lots, dude.
Oh Lord.
No, not always. I mean, I'd go to people's houses, but I remember a couple times here and there, fucking going to like a McDonald's parking lot. This one guy. I'd always meet him, and I'd always get in his, get in the passenger side of the car and shit, dude. And, exchange the money.
I don't miss
boom,
that.
Boom, boom.
I had to do that in New York when I bought weed. I hated that.
What was that like, dude? What was
I broke the cardinal rule of buying anything with square in the name. Washington Square, Times Square. Some dude in Times Square was selling tickets, and I was just like, oh, I would love tickets to that, because I had read about these little tiny cubes. These little clear cubes that they sell them, and it's notorious on the streets. And I was like, oh my God, yes, $20 for them. I'm thinking for all three of those because it's like half gram each, maybe 3/4 of a gram. And the guy was like, oh no, that's just for one dog. And I'm like, when in Rome, man, I'm out.
Shit, dude.
And so I was like, what, I just do it right here? And he was like, yeah, buy a ticket. And I'm like, just give me the $20. I'm like, okay, there you go. And he's like, slipped it in my hands. I'm like, oh shit, thanks, man. I'll maybe see you later before I leave town again. And I did. I called him one more time before, like, hey, you working? He's like, yep, see you in a minute. He's like, hey, what's up, Washington? See you in a minute. He called me Washington because it's like, yeah, I'm from Washington. I'm a ways from home. I wish I could just, like, I knew a guy I could just go to the bodega and, hey, I'm here for that. Wink, wink.
Shit, dude. I always heard stories about people FedExing that shit, like sending it to where they're going on vacation.
Yeah.
I never tried that shit, but I've heard
shit, everywhere I've ever traveled, I don't travel much. I always find weed whenever I go. Shit, I was in Disneyland not even 3 hours, and I'm talking to the parking valet at the hotel I'm staying at, and he's like, yeah, I'll meet you at McDonald's tomorrow morning at 9:30 after my shift.
Damn, dude, that's pretty fucking... I just don't have the gumption to do that shit, dude. Like, I'm just
well, it's not that much weed, so I'm thinking, like, okay, if I'm buying, like, a 20 sack of weed, it's not like I'm going to be going to prison in, like, Thailand for 11 years or something. It's like, sure, I'll get a misdemeanor.
It's not even that, like, the risk or anything. It's just, like, I wouldn't even, like, know who to ask. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
It's just being personable. I mean, you know me. I'm kind of a personable guy.
You are a very personable person, Brandon. You are a very fucking personable person.
It's a I don't know if it's a skill or a gift, but it's just being able to talk to just about anybody. So it's just approach them. Don't be shy. We're all in this weird fucking world together for that minute. Like, what's the worst that can happen? I can't help you, but I know a guy down here at 7-Eleven who can.
Yeah.
That's my boy Jimbo. Go say hi to him. He's hanging out by the ice machine. You're like, good to know.
Well, now it's like, it's legal, all across down the West Coast, dude. Like, you can plan vacations now. Like, you can go to Vegas and be like, oh, I can buy weed. I can go to California. I can buy weed. I can go to Oregon. I can buy weed. Idaho, stay the fuck out of Idaho.
See, we used to drive everywhere. We never flew for the longest time growing up. So, like, when I went to Disneyland in, like, 2000, I brought an eighth of mushrooms with me. And I ate mushrooms at Disneyland one morning.
Jeez.
Because we got in early, so it's like the only rides open were Space Mountain.
This is pre-2011. Or 2000.
Yes,
September
11th. Yes, it was summer of 2000.
Pre-September 11th, obviously.
Summer of 2000.
Yeah.
And, I thought that was really cool because then I moved to Seattle after that trip and everything. So it was just like, the year 2000 was a damn fine year for me.
It was a fucking very pivotal year, it sounds like.
Very pivotal year.
Fucking what made it so pivotal?
I mean... Shit, you ever peaked on Space Mountain?
No, I haven't, dude. I mean, tell me the experience, dude. Tell me the fucking experience.
I mean, it's like watching the ending of 2001 with all those colors, and it's just
And you're in person for that.
And you're
shit.
having so much fun. There's nobody there really, so you don't have to worry about the anxiety of a bunch of people watching you. And even so, who cares? You're in the happiest place on earth. When you're on mushrooms, you're supposed to be in a good place anyways.
Right.
What's the best place to be?
Space Mountain, man.
I mean, I was what? I would have been 22, 23? Yeah, 23 at the time. So, yeah.
Hey, you're a young man.
I was a young man.
Young man.
I had money in my pocket. And,
Hell yeah.
You
You're
know,
in fucking Disneyland for the week, dude?
With my family.
Yeah.
And that was the first year where like you could break away from everything, too. Where, it wasn't like pre-cell phone or something. I think I had a pager or something, but we didn't bring them because they didn't work. It was like out of state.
Yeah.
It was some weird...
It's like,
fucking, I don't know.
Like, whatever, I'll see you guys in 6 hours. We'll meet here.
We'll meet here in 6
we
hours.
all
That's how we
promised
did
to
it.
meet.
That's how we did it.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah. That's how life was, dude.
And my dad was hip to what I was doing, so he says, yeah, if you need anything, he's like, I'm like, oh yeah, I think I'll be fine. Like, I mean, shit, I love rolling and doing adventures like that, day adventures.
I love that shit too, dude.
It's fun. It's like
my wife Jessica, dude. She's like all like, she's like she likes to pre-plan stuff. She's like, we went to Portland for my birthday here a couple weeks ago, and fucking so she's like, oh, we should do this. And I'm like, hey, how about this? Book the hotel. Let's just roll in. Let's just go in there.
just fucking have some fun.
And let's just go downtown. Let's go walk around. We'll find out what we're gonna do. I don't know.
Don't make a plan, but just plan to go somewhere.
Plan to go somewhere, right? And we found a fucking
Then once
bookstore,
you're
dude.
there, you'll figure it out. Like when I was in New York, once you're there,
Yeah.
oh shit, that's down the street from here.
Let's go.
Let's go check out the world's biggest magic shop is
Oh,
in
no shit.
3 blocks from here. Let's do that. Yeah, so it was fantastic. Like that's the way to do it. So how far are we into this so far? What's the
I
time
don't know.
check?
I would say about 10 minutes. I think we are officially 9 minutes, 36 seconds.
Well, that's where we've been so far. So the joy of today.
The joy of today.
I wish there was like a Joe Rogan-esque camera we can stream this on YouTube
I know,
one day in the
dude.
future. I mean, this is
We're building an empire.
step by step.
We're building an empire.
No,
right
the new
here.
studio is fantastic. I brought today, and Kevin has not seen these yet.
I
brought a
Again,
bag.
live reaction.
This is live
fucking
reaction. I
motherfuckers.
A pile of some of my favorite TV comedies, movies, just fun things that kind of help shape my sense of humor and kind of my upbringing. These weird, funny things I've known throughout the years. Let me hit this weed first, and you should hit it too.
This is what we do on the podcast.
That's what I'm saying. This is great, man.
Yeah.
Every time we hit it, you should hit it too at home.
Yeah, dude. We'll make
If
a
you're-
game out of it.
Oh, if you're playing along with the home version of the game,
motherfuckers, I'm sitting here at work.
if you're playing along with the home version of the game, draw 2 cards and discard 1. For all other players not listening, fuck off. You should be playing the game.
That's right. Play the game.
And now, back to our story.
Now, a word from our sponsors. Guys, let me tell you about me undies.
Oh, jeez. So the first thing I brought is a lot of people complain about MTV.
Okay. I complain a lot about MTV, Brandon. A lot.
I mean, constantly. But the main complaint was for those of us who are like in our like early 40s, late 30s. We remember a time when you could turn on MTV and it was pretty much nothing but music videos all day long and like trailers for the new movies like The Breakfast Club, and it was a pretty magical
I long
time.
for those days, Brandon. I long for those motherfucking days.
That's what Nostalgic Cheese recaptures. But anyways, for those of you playing with the home version of the game, that's a point for Nostalgic Cheese. Sorry. Anyhow, MTV actually did show television shows in like 85. Did you know? It was this British television show. It ran for 2 seasons, 82 and 84.
Okay.
And it was called The Young Ones.
Oh my gosh.
Have you heard of this?
I think I've actually heard of this shit, dude.
This is all 12 episodes, and then some bonus stuff of
Amazing.
stuff they did later.
The artwork and the colors really stand out.
So season 2 was the one I didn't know at the time there was like a season 1, season 2. My mom had all 12 episodes on one tape, and
On one fucking tape, dude? What kind of, like, how big of a
She
tape
recorded
was
it back
that?
in the day.
Like a 3-hour tape or some shit?
Oh
Like,
yeah, she did like the extended play. Like it had to be.
Yeah.
I think it's 3 hours, so it had to be a 4-hour
it seems
tape.
like you guys, like, even back in the 80s, you guys were up to technology-wise. Like, what was
My
coming
parents
out at
bought
that
a
at that
VCR
moment.
and a pile of tapes. So my mom has somewhere in her collection just tapes where she recorded
That's
MTV
so
live
cool,
on a day,
dude. That's
and
so
just let it go
cool.
all day,
Yeah, okay.
so she could watch it later. But anyhow, yeah. So this television show really. I used to watch it when I was a kid. Like so, in '85, I was what?
The Young Ones,
I was
every
8.
stupid episode.
So I was like in first grade. I remember talking to kids at the playground about it, and they're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" You know, because it wasn't like, you know, Silver Spoons or the other kind of American schlock that people were into at the time. And I was like kind of an outcast. Like, and then you go back and watch these episodes. Every episode features a British band, like an up-and-coming British band. One of those bands, the very first episode of Season 2, Bambi, features Motorhead doing Ace of Spades during a train montage.
Yeah, I see it. Yep, they had Madness, Motorhead, The Damned, and Dexy's Midnight Runners. Which shit, Dexy's Midnight Runners, fuck,
and
dude.
they didn't do Come On Eileen.
Amazing.
They did Jackie Wilson.
That's
said.
badass, dude.
It is a fucking incredible fucking television show.
It's amazing, dude.
And it really, I mean, and if you see here, Rick Mail, yeah, that's Drop Dead Fred.
Oh, that is Drop Dead Fred. I recognize that motherfucker.
So when I saw Drop Dead Fred, I'm like, oh shit, it's Rick.
Right there.
So the character Rick, my burlesque character was basically an American version of Rick.
Shit, that's hilarious, dude.
Even down,
I could see it, dude.
even down to the hat that I'm wearing on my head
that's
right
fucking
fucking now.
That's fucking it, dude.
Yeah, big influence on my comedy. I mean, there's great physical gags. There's some really deep, very surreal shit, like how Mighty Boosh has weird cutaways, like to the moon and stuff like that. They had weird, like there'd be a scene where they'd be in the kitchen, and all of a sudden someone would open up the refrigerator, like, oh no, they're ice skating again, and there'd be like a carrot and a tomato ice skating on a plate.
This is random shit.
But then they would zoom in on it, and it'd be like really two people ice skating in a tomato costume and a carrot costume. That kind of shit cracked me up as a kid.
I like that shit. Yeah.
Oh,
I
dude.
like that shit.
And then I found out in the first season there's a hidden fifth roommate who's just sitting there in all these shots with his long hair still.
Damn, dude.
Fucking in my fucking plain
Damn.
sight for years. I only
Yeah.
found out about it a couple years ago. I was like,
that was only a couple of years ago you found out about it? Damn.
a lot of people only
Damn,
found out
that's
about it a couple years.
crazy.
It was like a huge, like, young ones
It's just
breaking news.
revealing,
Fifth
yeah.
roommate. I'm like,
Oh,
what
man.
fifth roommate? We've seen these 100 Oh my
Bullshit.
fuck.
It's like, you know what, motherfuckers? You just
It
weren't
was
paying attention.
That's how good this show is.
Yeah.
I cannot recommend it enough. If you can find the young ones, find it.
Fucking almost 40 years later, and it's fucking dropping
Still that good.
bombshells, dude.
Still that fucking
35
good.
years later.
This next film
Okay.
I brought is a VHS cassette. I actually bought it. The story goes, this is a 1986 movie. I was like 9. And I remember looking through the TV guide. That's how long ago this was. We had HBO. There's like the 3 premium, we had all 3. And I remember seeing, there was a listing for something called Hamburger the Motion Picture that was going to be airing at like 4 in the morning. So I set my VCR. I had a tape for my mom and dad gave me a tape. So if I want to see some weird movie, I see that listing, I can make my own recordings.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's cool as shit, dude. I wish that
That's how we did it back in the day.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah.
So I record this movie. I get home from school. I'm so excited. I rewind the tape. That's these were the times.
That's how I watched Monday Night Raw for the longest time, dude. My friends would record it on VHS and then give it to me the next day.
So
Yeah.
it's this movie, Hamburger the Motion Picture.
Shit. Hamburger the Motion Picture.
It is the most underrated 80s comedy in my opinion. It stars Dick
it's a
Buttkiss as a grill sergeant. It was made after McDonald's kind of made public that they had a hamburger university.
Yeah, I remember.
So this is like making fun of, like, it's this corporate chain called Buster Burger, and this loser guy keeps getting
Dick
kicked.
Buttkiss on the back, dude. Yeah.
The very first scene of the movie basically is like this amazing homage to hamburgers called Hamburgers for America.
This came out in 1986, dude. I was born in like 85.
Oh shit! So that movie's your twin brother.
Yeah, right.
No, and it's one of those movies that's never made an official DVD release. There's been it's.
Oh no,
just,
shit! It's never made its way on the DVD.
The closest we have is a laser. It's my white whale
Laserdisc, okay.
Laserdisc is my white whale Laserdisc is to get it's like $75 for a copy on Laserdisc. I do have a rip of it from a private website I'm a member of, so I've got a nice copy of it, like the nicest I've ever seen.
Like a nice digital copy.
It's a Laserdisc rip. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Someone posted a good high res
That's
4
what's up.
gig Laserdisc rip.
Ooh. 4 gigs? Jeez.
It's like DVD quality.
Yeah.
That's the closest I have to a high quality copy of it, but this is an official. Whenever I find these, I like to pick them up. And then this is like my last copy. It's like my good personal one. I'll never get rid of.
Yeah.
But I like to find extra copies. So when people It's spreading the gospel of
sharing
hamburger.
sharing the gospel of fucking hamburger.
Because once you watch it, you're gonna want
Yeah.
to watch it 100 times.
Okay.
There's so many fucking quotable lines.
I need to watch that shit, dude. I've never fucking heard of that movie. I've never even fucking heard of that. The one thing I do remember off the media logo, the media, that I remember renting like Nightmare on Elm Street, like part 2 and like part 1.
Oh, they had that.
Yeah, they had that
media.
Yeah, I don't know if that was was that a distribution company or something?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I cannot recommend them enough.
I remember that logo from Nightmare on Elm Street.
And it actually is fully watchable on YouTube right now. So if you are listening,
no shit.
Put a link in the description. There, I'll send you a link. There is
people can check
full.
the show notes.
You can watch the full fucking movie, and you can just find me later on Facebook and tell me how much your life has changed.
Thanks, Brandon Huck, for sharing the gospel of hamburger.
The next two things came out at a pivotal time in my life when I was a teenager.
Okay.
It's a CD VHS combo, as you can see here. Okay. Green Jello's Serial Killer. Genius ass stuff. The brainchild.
I know Green Jello. I know
Bill Manspeaker, and he's a hell of a guy. Follow him on Facebook. Green Jello is active to this day.
Oh no, I just saw something on Facebook
and
talking about their next show.
Yeah, and notice it's the Jello version, not the Jelly version. It's even got the green postcard to send to P.O. Box 2070, Hollywood, California, which he might still have to this day. Bill's very approachable, man. He's a funny dude, and I told him basically the premise for my band.
My friend Justin was able to play their band Play with Fire.
Yes, none of these guys are in the band anymore. Yeah. None of those people
are in the band.
None of those people are in the band at all.
Yeah.
But he has a rotating cast of bands all over the country. So if he plays the East Coast, he has people a Northeast band.
See, that's badass, man.
Yeah, and it gives people a chance to basically play their childhood dream to play with. A lot of people were influenced by this VHS. I remember, and I told Bill, I'm sorry, but back in the day, I made VHS copies for my friends of this because this was just incredible.
You had to share it.
I found out the story later that he had basically bullshitted Zoo Records, oh yeah, we're the world's first video-only band. And they said, great, here's a bunch of money for an advance. And he says, now let's get a video camera and a studio. Oh shit, let's put some of these wacky ideas I've had together for years and make a music. And
so he just bullshitted them to fund the fucking thing.
And then in this birth, of course, the Three Little Pigs is the big cut from this. Wow. The metal version of Three Little Pigs.
Okay, then I remember the Three Little Pigs fucking metal version. Okay,
yeah. And like I said, in future versions, this had to go to Jelly with a Y. But according to Bill Manspeaker, the Y with 2 umlauts is still Jello because that's how you pronounce it in Finland.
Well, there you go. We're fucking learning shit on this podcast, man.
And in Finnish, you would call it Suomi, which is what they call their language.
I gotta give it to you also in the way you. This is pristine condition. There's maybe just a tiny rip, but outside of that, dude.
And these are my copies from my teenage years. I bought these brand new.
That shows how much you take care of your shit. I'll let you put that back.
And like I said, I've lost things throughout the years, but some of these things I could never get rid of. And Green Jello was just, this is one of those things, I would rather be buried with my copies of this before these got sold for a fucking stupid ass bill that could fucking be paid 2 days later because you didn't have the $10 on you or something stupid.
Because from these guys, dude, I do actually, as a kid, I remember hearing that Three Little Pigs thing and going to Skateland or some shit.
So
dude.
All those songs have a music video to them.
That's badass.
Yeah, and I used to listen to this CD. I used to cruise around this very neighborhood listening to this album.
Yeah.
Me and my friend Matt McGuire. Oh my god, we listened to this in his car so much. But yeah, Green Jello is what inspired me.
Huge influence.
To be entertaining, not talented.
That's a good concept. Hell yeah.
So it showed me okay, these guys put out a CD and a movie at the time. That was a big fucking deal. You put out an official CD and an official VHS release in 1993.
Nowadays we're just I throw it on the internet.
Oh fuck!
Everybody then it's a physical copy.
Dude, production companies are chomping at the bit for you to go. Yeah. I remember those deals you see in the Rocket, 500 CDs for $100. Includes J card insert, 4-color. That was a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal, dude. No, it's a fucking big deal.
So yeah, that's what started my whole band idea. Was just fuck, let's just make characters. Let's make things to talk about.
Right.
Yeah. So our next one is another VHS. This is a double VHS.
Okay. Oh shit.
Dude, look at this. Gung, 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 gung. And each of these are mammoth movies. This is Robert Altman's Shortcuts.
Okay.
Based on the writings of Raymond Carver. What can you tell me about Raymond Carver, Kevin?
I don't think I can tell you anything about Raymond Carver outside of the fact that I think I've heard the name before.
Do you know why you've heard his name before?
I have no idea.
He's a Yakima native.
Okay.
No, not like a Native American, but like he's from
Brandon Allen and his buddy Sean. They have like their own little production company and shit, right? So they actually shot some shit based on I think some of this guy's writings.
And that's what this movie is a bunch of his short stories compiled together in a way like
you should show this to Brandon, dude. Brandon would be really impressed with that.
Yeah, this is, I mean, you see all those those sets of actors on there? There's that many fucking storylines going on in this movie at the same time, and they all intersect.
I love movies like that, dude.
And they
Those
all
are fun
intersect
movies.
in some bizarre way. And it is just I remember catching it. It's like a 3-hour movie.
When did that come out?
92?
That was 1992.
I remember catching it. It was one of those movies I was getting ready to go to bed on HBO, you know, and you're a teenager. And this was on HBO, and I started watching the beginning, and I'm seeing, like, Huey Lewis is in this?
I actually want to take a picture of that.
Okay, and I'm like, and I'm sitting there like, okay, and I started watching it, and the first few stories kind of play out, and I'm like, oh my god, these setups are incredible. Like, I want to know what happens to these characters, all 20-something of them, because there's so many cool things going on in this movie. And it's super good. Like, I don't want to spoil anything without saying, like, oh, this scene, because you just have to go into it blind.
Okay.
But it is, the stories, a lot of them intersect in some unusual way. Like, one of the guys is a traffic officer. And, of course, in one scene, he pulls over one of the characters from another storyline. Well, that one's going on.
So they're all interconnected.
And that's how that would interconnect.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always remember that Simpsons episode that they did something similar like that. Like, every transition within the story, they were connecting to the next one. It was like, I enjoy shit like that, dude. That shit is very fucking entertaining.
Well, let's keep going through this.
Let's keep going, man. Yeah, what else do we got here?
Here we go. To see a VHS copy of this is incredibly rare.
Oh, no shit.
Have you heard of this?
I have, dude.
Run, Ronnie, Run, the movie made by what are now considered to be just like...
I rented this in high school. Like,
so many people that are in that movie, like Scott Aukerman from Comedy Bang Bang's a goon in that, and he helped do writing on that. David Kushner is in there. The guy who's from, like, the whammy guy from Anchorman, he's in that. He's like, come on, fucked up dog.
Yeah, I remember that dude. That dude's on fucking Waiting, dude. You ever see? Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I could think of another pair I'd like to grab.
Is it like Dave
my
Kreischer
balls.
or whatever?
Yeah. There's so many great parts in that movie, and it's just an underrated film. Yeah,
this movie's really funny, man.
And it's basically, like I said, the Mr. Show movie for all intents and purposes because it's based on a sketch. Did you ever watch Mr. Show?
I've seen it in bits and pieces. Like, my buddy Dustin was really into it.
Because I thought about it. That was something I was going to grab. Was I have
I'd go to his house and watch it every once in a while.
I have the complete DVD set out in storage of Mr. Show, and I thought about bringing that out, but I was like, this is going to represent that.
That represents that.
Yeah, so we could bring it up because Mr. Show was another one of those shows. I caught it late at night. I was a teenager. I'd come home from work. And there'd be like this weird comedy show on.
What channel would that air on?
It was on HBO.
It was okay.
So they could get away with stuff like, you know, don't put your dick in these holes. Don't put your dick in these holes. These holes 3 are not for thee. And it's like Jack Black before he's like anybody really
famous. I mean, that's where Tenacious D came from.
Basically, and it's based on a Mr. Show sketch.
Okay.
Like
so that's what Run, Runny Runs from is a Mr.
It's a Mr. Show sketch.
That's fucking badass.
Turned into a film.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just so many amazing.
I need to get a copy of that on DVD, dude.
I do have that too.
Yeah.
I just figured the VHS is a little more like.
No, it's a little more nostalgic. Hell yeah, I have a VCR player behind you actually.
Nice. This next one is actually the same movie twice, but two releases of it.
Ooh, I like these. Okay.
This one we're going to talk about for a minute because this one has a huge impact on my life. The Jerk Beast movie.
Oh shit, the Jerk Beast movies.
I know I've told you guys about. I have involvement with this.
Yep.
Basically, this is going to really tickle your fancy here. It was a public access show from Seattle turned movie. When I first moved to Seattle, they were in the middle of season 1 of it, and I used to catch it every fucking Friday. It was like 10 p.m. and I would race home from work, so I get off at 9. And I just worked like 10 minutes down the road. I would run up the street. Like, I wouldn't even wait for a bus. I would just run up California Avenue to my home. And my roommates would already have it on and a bong ready. And we'd fucking just keep calling it because it was a live call-in show. And my friends would get through like, oh, fuck you. And it's like, shut this fucking bitch up. And it would just like, because it's this puppet monster. For those of you who can't see it, it's this red puppet beast monster.
In all honesty, it kind of looks like Donald Trump, dude. I'm not going to lie.
He talks like him too. The creator, and the creators of the show, like I said, have put a lot of, it's in their past now. It's some cringy moments in it. But I get what they're trying to do. They were in their 20s trying to create an edgy...
Were those guys like doing stand-up comedy on top of all this stuff?
No, they
were
were strictly a public access show. My friend knew one of the guys, and he introduced me to him because I was in this terrible band at the time, Verbal Aggression. This is like, we were at the time trying to tell people you don't have to be good to be entertaining, and we would just do weird shit. Like, we played Music Station and for a Rotten Apples release, so we got on the CD somehow. Like, we submitted as a joke and we got on, but we like showed up with like a record player skipping and like us with keyboards just like smacking random notes. I mean, just the most obnoxious shit going on. A tape full of weird shit I've compiled for the show, and people are just like, they're not annoyed. They're entertained.
What
the fuck is
going on here?
Because we're not trying to be like the next Pearl Jam. We're not trying to be the next.
You weren't taking yourself seriously for one.
We were just being this bizarre entertainment avant-garde show.
Yeah.
And JC told Brady about him. JC was my coworker at the time, and Brady is the guy who plays Jerk Beast and directed the movie. And he said they were looking for Seattle's worst band, and I'm like, boys, we had just done our double LP on half-size CDs, The Return of the Chicken Lord. We thought that was funny, the idea of doing a double album on half-size recordable, because I came across a bunch of them, and I'm like, guys, double album, half-size CDs, hilarious, right? That's fucking great.
Yeah, it's funny, dude.
So we put that out, and we gave them a copy, and they're like, dude, we have a slot for you next week.
You are the worst band in Seattle.
Because that's the premise of this movie, is they're one of the worst bands in the world. And they're like, guys.
So they got to embrace that then, yeah.
So they were like, dude, we get what you're doing.
Of course.
So they had us on the show, and I remember wearing like the official Jerk Beast sign. Like I said, it had a bit of a cult following. Like Johnny Ryan, the cartoonist. Have you seen him before?
Dude,
like if you look in the back of this disc here, I mean, you've seen some of the art there where it says like commentary by. If you look at that art style, you might recognize some of those artists. Like they attracted some really interesting people during the run of this, during the TV show, and then right after the show was like, I think it was during the second season, there's a documentary on that explains the whole exact writing, but long story is like they did it like after an episode, I think, like towards the end of the run of the show. It was only on 2 years. And they're like at a Taco Bell and shipped the script out, basically the premise. And then they were shooting within days.
Yeah.
And they were like, they put a casting call out. And so I answered the call, and now a lot of my very close friends, like Allison Lazant, stuff like that, and Gabby, we all met on the set of this fucking movie.
Shit,
and they're
dude.
in this movie.
Fuck yeah.
My friend Allison's arm's in it. Gabby's got some FaceTime on it. You hear me on a few scenes. I pull the anus pussy sign. That was a one-take shot. I'm behind the amplifier.
Fucking Jerk Beast, man. I still, to this day, I have not yet been able to fucking
so
see
basically,
this film,
movie, as you can see, this is the original release. It's like homemade.
Okay.
This is...
Oh, yeah, you can see that's
totally...
They printed every single one of those copies, I assume.
Pretty much. And so it's very, very limited. I got one, 2004 is when it was released. So that's when they finished the film and released it. I even went to the fucking premiere of this. Like,
shit.
Like, this holds a special place in my heart. The second time, there's another band that played. It was a derivative of the Murder City Devils. The singer Spencer Moody did a band called...
I've heard of Murder
like
City
that
Devils.
Lartha G, Skinned Alive to Death, whatever. They did like a puppet show a couple weeks after our show.
Oh, wow.
And then they asked us back again towards the end of season 2, and we fucking obliged. I took my little sister and her friend to the studio, and at one scene they turn the camera around because they just are in like don't give a fuck mode anymore. Like they are like seniors in fucking high school. All they see is that fucking door in like fucking Deuce's school, and they like turn around like look at these fucking giggling bitches. Like on their official site though, all these episodes I'm talking about, they were getting ready to like put them out. They even had like synopsises and shit. They just never put them out. Just kind of fell off the radar. Right. So I've never seen my own episode to this day. All my friends that said they taped it fucking conveniently can't find it, even like soon right after in the first week or two. I'm like, come on, someone has to have this. Like I even asked Brady not too long ago.
Well, can you get in contact? Because it all aired on the public access station, right? You can contact the public access station and ask them for a copy.
And you just told me this the other day.
Because I did
for the Yakima one.
Yeah,
oh my god,
that's all you gotta do, dude. Just hit them up. I mean, unless those guys bought the rights out, because I know through the Yakima one, there were some people that bought the rights out for their own.
Let me get my phone out. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Anyhow, but no, this is the actual film threat release.
Nice.
And it's the same, all the content of the, but now it's actually on a dual layer.
It's a nice disc. Yeah,
now it's an official dual layer.
Yeah.
You got a nice little booty there with stripes, little beetle booty.
No, it's amazing, dude. See, that's the best type of shit, dude. Public access shows, man. Like, I don't think shit gets better, man.
Dude.
Me and Brandon were talking about it, dude. We're talking about how we were like. Back when we first started Spin This with Kevin Porter, we were ahead of the time in regards to shitty video, dude. Yeah, we were ahead of the time. Like, that's all shit is now is these shitty cell phone fucking.
Did you not see Tim and Eric and go like, they fucking beat me to the punch?
Pretty much. And that's what I thought about
Eric
Andre.
They're doing.
That's what I thought about Eric Andre.
They're doing what we want to do, but you know what? They're operating.
Because I had a talk show. Like
they're doing a great job.
Of course, obviously.
No,
but at the time you're like, because you're in the middle of doing it, so you're in the trenches of doing your own shit, and you're like, what the fuck? That's exactly what I'm doing.
That's incredible.
But they're doing it better.
But I'm happy to see there's an audience for it. That's what makes me happy. So it gives me hope.
It gives you hope to get,
Because it's like, I know I can still create content that's, I mean, if you've seen the What the Huck poster for the show we're doing on the 29th, whoo, that's an amazing poster. But yeah, nonetheless, this movie shaped, I actually have a line in the What the Fuck is the Jerk Beast documentary where they talk about these weirdos that showed up. And I do have a line. I'll let you watch that. Again, link in the description. Someone actually posted it to YouTube, the special features. So,
no shit. Okay. Yeah.
So there's some episodes now.
Send me all those links, dude. I'll throw them on the show notes.
And yeah, fucking. I should. Speaking of show notes, I should be writing this stuff down. I have a pen and paper out even. So I need to send you a link to Hamburger.
Yes, sir. And fucking Jerk Beast.
Done. Okay, great. Noted. Anyhow, so yeah, Jerk Beast. It's about the world's shittiest band going for public access show.
Right.
There's a character in the very beginning played by Johnny Ryan, KK Kevin.
KK. Oh shit!
It's just showing like the seedy underside of how shitty public access can really be. And even in the commentary, they're talking about like one of the guys in the movie. He's this black dude, and like he was like in the front row, and then like Brady kind of looked over nervously at him, and he's like cracking him. He's like, okay, whew, like. He thought he was like, dude was like all of a sudden just like gonna go like South Renton on him or something, like just whoop his ass. Like, that's not fucking funny. I wouldn't have been part of this movie if I would have known that was in there.
If they were doing that shit right now, like I would say, like the reaction may come. But back in 2000, I think everybody was a little bit more accepting.
The director and the guy who plays Sweet Benny, I can't remember which one of them. They call me out in the commentary though. They're like, "Who the fuck's gonna watch this commentary?" I'm like, "Oh, fucking, Brandon will totally do it.
Fucking Brandon Huck's gonna fucking be watching this shit." And name dropping.
I'm like, damn, they totally called me out.
I know, because you're sitting there listening to it fucking months after they recorded that.
You're like,
damn. They're finally just getting an email about it. Like, yeah, son, we said.
No, I let them know. I was like, yeah, thanks for the drop, man. It was.
Yeah.
I mean, cause like I said, it spawned a friendship of mine of my whole adult life. My friend Allison and I, we've been tight.
Yeah. And I met your friend Allison down there at like a sports center, right?
Oh no, she hasn't. That's Mary you met.
Okay.
Man, she was a roommate of mine I had 20 years ago.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, and we've reconnected recently, so yeah, it's an old friend of mine. Yeah,
I see these various people with you downtown, and you guys are all like a generation older than me, so it's like I don't know none of these people.
You already know, got my
wand. I already know, motherfucker.
Oh, I've got one more fun thing in here. Oh my god! I mean, you've probably seen this viral video on YouTube. Okay. But did you know it's actually a VHS release? And not only that, it's gonna blow your fucking mind. Don't copy that floppy.
I don't think I've ever heard of that. I don't think I've ever heard of "Don't Copy That Floppy," Brandon Huck.
Did I hear you right? Did I hear you saying that you're going to make a copy of a game without paying? Come on, guys. I thought you knew better. Don't copy.
So is that
don't
a meme?
Copy that floppy.
I take it that's a meme right now?
It's been a meme. This is an early YouTube viral video.
Oh, no shit, dude.
It came out, let's see, what's the year on this? 92. It's a 9-minute VHS tape.
Oh, it's only 9 minutes.
Here's the best part. This includes...
It's like a PSA then, dude.
The lesson plan. So if you want to learn...
So like this is like given to schools and shit. Like, hey guys, we're going to take a few minutes out of our fucking day and we're going to watch Don't Copy That Floppy. You motherfuckers better not be copying those fucking floppy disks. I'll fucking kill you.
I found that in the 90s and I thought it was hilarious and I bought it. And then like years later, it went viral, and I'm like, oh, that's that video I used to show people when they came over to my house and got stoned. We used to laugh our asses off at that shit.
It's like, look at these fucking pussies out there.
Yeah, dear educator. That's where it starts off. Lesson plans. Dear educator, and look at on the side of that big old, don't copy that floppy.
And then to imagine just looking at the cover of this, dude, that people used to fucking dress like that, dude. Like, people used to fucking dress like that. That's fucking crazy.
So, Unit 1, hey, that's not fair.
Hey, it's not fair, dude. It's not.
Session
People are
4,
losing
look at
money,
this. This
guys.
is some straight up, look at this.
They give you a straight up fucking educational guide, dude.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
you're teaching them not to fucking copy that floppy,
Oh,
dude.
there's a student activity sheet. Hey, Kevin, let's do some student activities.
Dude, I think it's a must now, dude. We have to.
My favorite book is...
fucking... I don't know. What's your favorite book? What's your favorite book?
What's your book? I have to probably say... I read it not too long ago, Snuff by Chuck Palahniuk, about the porn star.
I think I've heard of that.
Oh, and it's like 3 different dudes. It's fucking funny. The reason I like this book is...
Because it's a fun time to spend by yourself with some fucking cocoa, a candle, and you read a book.
It's about a movie that a porn shoot, and like 3 guys and like their Dorito covered fingers as they lube their cocks. Like,
oh, is that what that shit's about? Oh, fucking jeez.
And it's about a woman who's breaking the world record for a gangbang.
Oh, fucking jeez, that's amazing.
Whoops.
Whoops. Dropping the fucking
The
plot
author of this
line.
book is Chuck Palahniuk. I already said that.
Yeah, of
okay,
course.
look for notes about this author on the inside of the book. Okay, here we go. This one I think you can answer. My favorite computer program is...
I don't fucking know.
Now, back then, they didn't really have it. They didn't really call them, like, video games or...
Okay.
Yeah, so... What's your favorite video game?
What's your favorite video game? Fucking Zelda.
Zelda, which one?
The Breath of the Wild?
Did you copy that floppy?
Did I copy that? Yeah, I did. I stole it.
Did you purchase it legally?
No, I didn't. I stole it.
The reason I enjoy using this program is...
Because it fucking brings joy to your world.
I don't know. The creators of this program are...
Nintendo.
No, come on. Who made Zelda?
I don't know who made Zelda.
You better learn this name. Shigeru Miyamoto.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
He invented See that Mario Brothers poster behind you?
I see that.
Shigeru Miyamoto. You're welcome.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
My favorite television program is...
Fucking the Flintstones.
Yabba Dabba You. The reason I like this program...
It's because they smoke cigarettes and they
did for Winston. They
Yeah.
sure did. The creators of this program are...
Hanna-Barbera.
Dude, look at you. Have you created, written, composed, built, or solved recently?
Have I what?
Solved?
Solved what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What it says. Have you solved?
I've solved
You're supposed
it.
to know.
Sure,
You're just
I
supposed to
did.
know
Of
what
course
you
I
did.
fucking solved it.
This can be an assignment you have completed or written on a song, poem, or drawing that you've created.
We're creating a podcast right now.
What did you enjoy most about making this?
That it brought enlightenment to my day. It makes me feel better on the inside. And I'm going to be a better productive worker now
And
because
could you
of this.
write your name here, please?
I can, yeah.
Thank you.
There we go.
Ooh, lessons for grade 7 through... Look at this. The song lyrics. Oh, I could drop a verse.
Yeah,
You
do
want me to
it.
drop a verse? All right. Let's see here. So here's the first... his first... This is his fire from Don't Copy That Floppy. Let's see here. I'm your MC Double Def DP. That's for Disc Protector for you and the posse. That's the artists, writers, designers, and programmers that work up to the images for games and grammar that let you also learn but also play the game that you came here for today. Now I know you love the games, and that's all right to do because the posse who makes them, they love to make them too.
These
But
people...
if you start stealing, there's no more money that they can do. Yeah.
I wonder what kind of shit they put out when Napster came out.
Oh God! Don't click that easy to use MP3 link.
You better stop watching fucking pornographic porn on there.
See, I'll say I'll make a copy for me and a friend. He says I'll make one and she'll make one, and where will it end? One leads to another, and then 10.
Well, hey, that's just being a good friend, dude. Like if you're making a copy for your friend,
no more
you're just being a
Carmen
good friend.
Look, he dropped names. Dropped. No more Carmen San Diego. No more Oregon Trail. Tetris and the others. They're all gonna fail.
Those people that created the Oregon Trail lost so much money because of copying, dude. So much fucking money.
Dude, I don't think our school paid for copies.
Fucking...
I mean, we all had that dude in the 80s, like, even I knew a kid, like, in 3rd grade who was like, dude, I just pirated this copy of Spy Hunter. You're like, how did you get a game from a own line. That's insane.
Jeez. I just know a person that knows a person that knows a person.
Yeah.
Jeez, get off my fucking back, Brandon Huck. Fuck.
And then he had like a PC version, like a shitty Apple II version of like Super Mario Brothers. It was just terrible.
Jeez.
Like a level demo. It was just like awful.
Mario Brothers on a computer?
Yeah, like in like 86, 87. I was like, yeah, like in third grade. I was like, no, 87, 88 maybe. Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it blew our minds, but it was just like, okay.
Nowadays it's just like, your fucking heads on acid and shit.
I just actually picked up, I'm replaying Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS4. I played the living daylights out of it on the PS3.
Well, it's fun on PS4 because then you get the fucking first person mode.
Dude, that's exactly it. I've been loving the first person. I'm trying to play the game in a new perspective, literally.
Yeah.
And I'm also really enjoying the like when the cops are chasing you and it comes like through the speaker, like you know, 1714. They're on the eastbound bridge.
It's all fucking. That's badass. Like I love how the controller is on the PS4.
Dude, it really adds
amazing.
to it. Yeah, and then the graphical detail, I see the difference.
You go up and just fucking haul off and sock somebody in the face. You'll
Load times are just way shorter on the
It's way
PS3
shorter.
load times. I had a digital copy.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
And I bought it because my brother-in-law and them have a PS3 in New York, and it's my secondary one. I had to make sure I had a copy on that too for when I go visit.
Of course.
Gotta make sure I can play my Cars Go Boom.
You fucking have to, man.
I gotta do it, man.
Do it.
That's why Sony gimped it. It's not like a secret now.
Shit. Dropping shit on Sony. I got a Sony TV behind you, motherfucker.
Dude, I'm a Sony guy. Like, when Xbox
Sony.
came out, I got a free one from Taco Bell, win it before you can buy it.
Fuck.
Because nobody really wanted to go online and fill out fucking codes yet. It wasn't like a phone's in your pocket and you can just do it in the drive-thru after you got the code.
You had to get on a computer and actually spend time
so
on it.
the White Center location, it was like towards the end of the promo, the girl just gave me a whole fucking stack. She goes, got a computer at home? I said, yep. She goes, here. She gives me a stack of them. She's like, I gotta get rid of these.
Dude,
I took them home and asked my roommate to use his computer for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And I filled out all them fucking things. And a couple
you
weeks
won?
later, I get this congratulations letter. And
no shit.
And then Xbox came with, was it Halo? And
you got Halo for it? Okay.
Halo came with it and a second controller. And then I think it was something else. Oh, Project Gotham Racing came with it.
Project Gotham Racing, dude. That's a game I have not heard of in so fucking
long.
Well,
it was based on... I was really big into Dreamcast downloading at the time, unfortunately. I still bought my Dreamcast games, but of course, I still pirated them at the time. It was easy to do.
Hey, no one's saying anything, Brandon.
No, they don't care anymore.
I know.
And I mean, that's why I always paid
somebody from Microsoft is listening like, how the fuck we don't care.
No, with the Dreamcast though, at the time, like I would still rapidly purchase games for it and pirates. I loved the Dreamcast. Right. It was like my favorite fucking system. So I always made sure to support it because I knew I was downloading stuff. So I was like, yeah, I gotta make sure they're getting some money back too. Yeah. I mean, I can't get all my money, but
I do that.
I would love to give them as much as I can.
I got a copy of Rick and Morty season 3 on DVD before it became out on Blu-ray. I still bought it on Blu-ray.
If you love something enough,
yeah, you pay for it.
Yeah, you want to make sure you have a physical copy of some kind. But yeah, fucking. Where was I going with that? Yeah, so fucking at the time, I loved that game Metropolis Street Racer, which is what became Project Gotham. It's the same people.
It's the same people. Okay.
And they were just calling it Project Gotham on the Xbox, and it just kind of stuck. Like, that's a cool name.
That's a fucking cool name, man.
And then they've gone on to do other, and I love that company. They did Blur for the PS3 360.
I don't think I ever played that one.
It's like a neon version of Project Gotham Racing.
Project Gotham Racing!
It's fantastic. That company has a style, and their games are really... I like those kind of racing games. Those are really fun to play.
Right.
Yeah, I love that shit. And the OG Xbox, man, I've really been ramping up my collecting.
That's a good name for it, dude. The OG Xbox, dude.
Well, you can't call it the first Xbox or the Xbox One.
Yeah, that's what they always say. Yeah.
Hey, it's our third system. Let's call it
OG
one.
Xbox, dude. That's a really good way of putting it, dude. I like that.
Hey, I want to play a recording of the the shareholder meeting after the Xbox One name was announced.
Fucking what kind of shitty ball-sucking name was this? Like,
stupid.
The Xbox One, Brandon. Are you going to be buying the
Xbox
Xbox
what's your competitor?
One?
What's your competitor? The PlayStation 4. Oh, most people get that. That's the fourth PlayStation.
Right. No. Xbox One. No. We're starting over.
We're number one, and then now we're going to call it Xbox One X. The X
should be Xbox 2 now.
No, that's why they call it the Xbox One X, because Xbox or Xbox for short.
Fuck Microsoft, dude.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'll get an Xbox One when I get it for like $50.
I ain't paying. Mike, I'll tell you the story how we got our Xbox One. Fucking so
I'm in no hurry.
My kid fucking was saving up his summer savings from like doing chores and shit this last summer.
Yeah.
So he was saving up for it already, and we went to the Great Wolf Lodge, which is like this kid-themed like fucking hotel place.
I've seen the commercials for it, but I don't go there because
you don't have kids.
I don't have kids, so it's not like, hey, me, want to go?
Hey, I want to go to a water park. So, they have like an arcade there and shit, and they have this one game, dude, where it's like fucking really hard. So the prizes you could win is like a 3D printer, an Xbox One, a fucking PlayStation 4, a fucking Nintendo Switch.
Some big name.
Yeah.
Big ticket stuff. A kid would be like, OMG.
And so my kid's like really fucking good at those puzzle fucking things and shit, dude. So like he was able to stack the blocks and like knew when to tap it up because he had to like. The light would be going across, and then you had to stop it at the right spot to build it up to a certain level. And then once you got to that certain level, that's when you win the grand prize. Oh, dude. And he fucking did it, dude.
Wow.
And he almost won it, the other shit again, like multiple other times. But he the like last one, you know. It's just like one in every 100 tries you're gonna fucking get that, I guess. But
yeah, no, those games are rigged on purpose. They know what they're doing. You don't want to like. I mean, what kind of a business is it to be like, hey, I'm going to put like 4 switches in this game for $1 a play, and I give it away after 5 plays?
It was really cool, though, dude, when it fucking...
You got to rig those things.
Well, dude, the crazy thing is, the time before that, dude, there was some test of strength game where you had to fucking hit it and, like, make it go all the way to the top. And, dude, he fucking won that shit, too, man. He always goes to that shit, and he always fucking drops fucking...
It's incredible, man.
Drops it and gets like so many fucking really tickets, dude.
I used to be incredible at those the old school style claw machines, the metal ones, like the 3-prong ones that you always see like before you like go into Safeway and all that since like the late '80s,
right?
To maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah.
No, because I noticed like at Winco, our local Winco, they've changed.
I still haven't gone in there, dude.
They changed over to these like kind of cheaper looking claws. You can already tell like they're like plastic instead of metal. You're like, okay, this ain't. These are clearly not picking up anything,
dude. I remember
it's a
scam.
And now their new thing is, you ready for this? You put your dollar in, right? You play your thing, and obviously, boom, 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 boom. Like, your thanks, sucker. And then
thanks for the donation, bitch.
And you know what it says on the screen, the little LCD screen? It says, insert $9 more to just. We'll let you get one.
What the fuck? So you just pay $10
to just win one outright.
So they're saying like one in every $10 fucking wins you something.
So I might as well just put the $10 in.
Yeah.
Because my nephew, when he was visiting, wanted like a Jurassic Park one, and I'm like, dude, we tried it once because they're kids, they don't understand. Like Uncle Brandon can find one if it's like a metal claw machine. Lo and behold, a couple days later, we're at Walmart in West Valley. They have those toys he wanted with that metal style.
Metal one, yeah.
And I go, hey Haim, give me one of your dollar bills, and I put it in, and I'm like, within 30 seconds, it's like pulled it right up and just gave it to him. He goes,
so what's up?
And he's like, Uncle Brandon.
That's such a boss moment too, dude. Because you're just like you drop it.
Like, what did I tell you?
Yeah.
If we find one of these style,
boom.
We need one of these style of machines.
Yeah.
And then like his sister was crying. I'm like, well, which one do you want? She points to it, and I win her a toy. Like amazing. 2 in a row. I'm like, dude, that's what I'm saying. If it's this style of machine, these actually do grip a little.
I've won those.
These new ones just outright just like it's like when you ask a kid to like, come on, we're going to the dentist, and you're like grabbing their arm and like turn it into Jello. And it's like, I can't grab it, man, my hand. Yeah, when they do that limp to death crap, it's that same kind of thing. It's like that's what those new claws are. It's the same thing.
Right. No,
it's total scam, dude.
Gotta fucking stay away from those, Brandon. Now, fucking
look for those metal ones, man. Those old school metal ones.
You gotta get the metal ones, dude.
You have a chance.
Brandon fucking Huck, motherfuckers.
Dude, I'm also the kind of guy. I recently was replaying, not replaying, but finally made some progress in Yakuza 4 for the PS4.
Oh, I've heard of Yakuza. Yeah.
So you can go into these
game.
Japanese arcades and actually play like pachinko machines and claw machines and stuff like that.
No shit.
So I went in and I'm like, you got this big tough guy, just like first time out of jail. He's like, I got him in this like cute little like pink and yellow like little cute like. Little cute little Japanese thing and have him like winning him out of the claw machine like you won a prize and just like oh yeah, you should go play the Aladdin pachinko machine and then for the first time ever actually win a jackpot on one.
No shit.
And I'm like, oh,
thank you.
And I just let it play. I was like eating my dinner, set it on auto, just let it play.
Yeah.
Dude, pachinko is such a unit game. It is the stupidest, easiest. It's like easier than slots, and slots is stupid easy to play.
Yeah.
Like you can literally just set it once you put your money and just let it play for yourself.
Shit.
There's like a dial, like a tension dial.
Yeah.
And once you find that right spot you want to keep shooting into, you just leave it there.
Just leave it there and let it go, and it's just gonna fucking keep going.
And that's why you see like the picture, they're hardly touching. They're usually just kind of sitting there watching them.
Yeah.
Because they just find that tension spot.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
All day long.
Yeah.
In circles.
It's crazy.
Hypnotizing.
It's fucking crazy people that fucking go out and fucking play that shit all the time, dude. Like go to the casinos all the time. Oh. I'm pretty stingy with my fucking money, bro.
We don't have pachinko here. Like legit real pachinko. Like that's only in Japan.
Yeah.
But I'm
just saying, like in general, going to like at least for us here.
But how many balls you win out of there? Like how you win your prizes. It's like how your son could win tickets and prizes.
Okay.
That's what pachiko parlors do too.
Gotcha.
You can win prizes, or you can trade back in for money or plays, and it becomes like a commodity. These little steel fucking balls.
Shit.
It's weird.
Fucking Japanese people are fucking weird though, dude.
I love Japanese culture, man. I immersed myself in the late '90s. I got like a book on how to study the language a little bit, and I actually picked up Shenmue for the Dreamcast in Japanese, like almost like 9 months ahead of the American release. Nice. So I learned how to do that 3-minute swap trick with like tricking the lid to think it's open. You got to do like a certain thing. Then when the CD stops, you pull it out after 3 minutes. You put the Japanese disc in. Trick it again, close the lid quickly.
Oh, no shit,
That's how I had to play it every time I wanted to play Shenmue.
Damn, dude.
So I would play it for like 5-6 hours at a time. It was like 98.
Yeah.
I was 20. I had time
how much is that costing you, like, for all the shipping and all that shit back in fucking 98?
I was fortunate to have a regular at my work who had a husband who was doing work in Japan at the time. He's like, what do you want from Japan?
Oh, no shit. So he would go to Japan and fucking pick it up for you.
I had the money for it. I said, tell you what, I want this Shenmue, and he picked up Shenmue for me.
Yeah.
And the next trip, he goes, anything else you want? I go, PS2s just came out. I want a PS2.
Shit.
And then again, like 9 months, a year ahead, however long it was.
Yeah.
He within a month of the PS2's release, I had one in America. Wow. And it was on that trip to Disneyland we drove. I brought my PS2 with me because one of my friends, Gemma, our family friend, she was a video game geek too, and like she's like, "Oh my god, you have a PS2?" And I'm like, it was like this fucking like
amazing
just
moment.
fucking amazing. Like you have a Japanese PS2 with a few games. I'm like, yeah. Let's play some fucking Tekken Tag. Let's play some. I had the Square Enix baseball game at the end of the century, '99.
Okay.
The first scene is Ichiro in the Blue Wave. So I knew about that stance before he came to America. I was like,
yeah, because that's it was like when he first came.
That dude. I'm like, no way.
Oh shit.
That was a good game actually. My brother-in-law bought all my Japanese stuff from me, so I just got to play it in New York a couple years ago. I had a night of Japanese gaming with my nephew.
That's amazing, dude.
Played Kessen in Japanese and like when I played the American version, I'm like, oh, this voice acting's awful. Like in Japanese, it's like so serious. Like, oh no. You're like, yeah,
dude, I'll watch.
It feels authentic, not like, here we go, guys, let's go to war. You're like, shut up.
Let's play some baseball.
Leave it in Japanese and just English subtitle it. It sounds so whack that way.
I'll watch Japanese wrestling with Japanese commentary, dude, and that's the best, dude.
Because you don't have to know a language to know when someone's excited.
It's just emotion, dude.
You can
fucking tell, dude. You know when people are fucking having emotions.
Oh, dude. Like when you go to Fiesta Foods and there's like a Spanish parent berating their child. I don't got to know if that kid did something. But I ain't going to look your way.
It's body language.
I'm just going to look away. I'm not even going to make eye contact with your mama. She's in a mood.
Stay the fuck away.
You set mama off, kid.
Okay, dude.
Or when someone yells the name of a kid in a grocery store that's the same name as yours.
Oh,
have you ever had that happen?
No, I haven't.
I've only had it happen a couple of times, but it's like weird because you're like, Brandon! You're like, ah! Like, I'm just looking at the frozen vegetables, dude.
I was like, you're all high as shit. You're like, wait,
usually
I'm 40 years old. What the fuck are you yelling at me for? My mom's not with me.
Like, why are you yelling at me?
Well, that Brandon.
Oh no.
I get you. I fucking get you, man.
Dude, we were getting lit in this bitch tonight.
I know, dude. I know.
I love the new studio set.
Yeah, dude.
Shit, you sure you want to do a double episode? You want to do a deluxe end of the year special?
We could, man. We could.
What else we got to bring to the table?
I don't know, man. Like I'm fucking high as shit. And I gotta pee really quick, so we could pause really quick. And we're fucking live, man. I had to go pee really fucking bad, dude. It was trying to like weigh me down. I'm like all high as shit. I'm like, fuck, I gotta pee really bad. We gotta stop this podcast. But now we're good.
Yeah, I just took a little short break. I ate a slice of my my pizza. That was
Yeah,
nice.
you brought your pizza over.
Looked around the studio while Kevin was gone.
Yeah.
Put my penis on about 4 different things. I wanted to try to guess which 4 things.
Hey, that's all part of the fun, man. That's all part of the fun
Which 4
there.
things?
Which 4 things
made
do I have to
contact?
watch out now for?
Made contact with my... No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I was looking through the games, though.
Yeah.
You have a nice little N64 pile over there.
Yeah, dude. We got some fun games over there, dude.
Yeah, no, I just... a few years ago...
Tony Hawk.
I made the conscious effort to make sure to really start grabbing N64 games because it was at a time when nobody cared about them, like in the early 2006, 2007.
Yeah. Dude, that's what I like when I first moved out of my house, dude, in 2005. That's what I picked up at Hollywood Video. Because what was the name of that fucking place? That was like...
Game Crazy.
Game Crazy, okay. So, like, I went there, dude, and I got a fucking 64 for, like, I think, like, 35 or 40 bucks.
Yeah,
and then I was like, all those games were hella cheap at that time, dude.
Yeah, I bought one again, I want to say, like, 2007 from some couple out of Northgate. Like, I met him on Craigslist. They had, like, this nice little bundle of, like, 10 games, 3 controllers, like, 30 bucks or something.
Yeah, I only got the one controller right now.
I was like, that's, like, the instant back into it collection.
Well, the shit you find online for replacement controllers is, like, that you can't find, like, an actual Nintendo 64 controller.
You got to be lucky. You got to go out to a thrift store, and even now thrift stores have like gotten hip to the retro market now.
Oh, fuck that.
So everything. So if it's like an old game, like they've learned, don't just put it out there. It's not just some stupid kid's toy. You might be putting a $300 PS1 game out in your CDs for $1.
Right.
And
well, I mean,
now they realize
I guess,
for the better or the worse. But
for the collector, it sucks. But at the same time, at least the establishment is making the money's worth.
They finally have wised up that there's an internet. And on that internet, there are marketplaces that dictate these current prices. Not just so my friend who used to have it said when he had it, it was worth $5,000. You're just like, no, no one never paid.
People can't pull that bullshit anymore.
Yeah, that bullshit's gone, and people that perpetuate that bullshit, it's like in the game collecting market, it's like there's several different ways you can price an item. And you don't have to know shit about a video game. You can just take a look at it. There's clues on it. It says like Wii. Mm-hmm. Holy shit, it says it right on there like 15 fucking times.
Yeah.
You'll pick up pretty quick that there's a system called a Wii.
Yeah.
And these are games for it.
Yeah.
And then you type in the name of the game, Fire Emblem, Radiant Dawn. You don't have to know what the fuck anything's about.
It's going to tell you what
oh shit, that game is worth $80 and it's in
box? For $100.
Yeah, it's like, no, sell for 70 to 80. That's what people are paying.
Yeah, it comes. Yeah, no.
It's like the information's out there, but people have so-called smartphones and they still just don't use them smartly sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like the first time I was able to go out to like the Value Village on Capitol Hill and be able to go through. I mean, they would put out GameCube games for like $2.99 each, no matter what they were.
Well, that's badass.
So I picked up Skies of Arcadia for GameCube twice that way.
No shit. How much is that game worth?
Somewhere in the $75 to $90 range these days.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, I gotta go pay a bill. Fucking go down there. Oh shit.
Yeah, and I gave one to a friend. Yeah, because she's always done.
Hook it up, dude.
Yeah. So those days are long gone. Like they couldn't.
People are too hit to it now. Yeah.
There was a guy I used to drive him. He would kind of like everything in the media section is mine, and he would like create these piles. And so like when he would go to the bathroom, other people kind of fuck with him and put all his shit back on a shelf, and he'd come back like, and we'd be over like on the wall snickering, he'd be like, "Who did this? Who fucking touched my piles?" And like,
yeah,
I worked on that all day. It's like, no, do like everybody else and get a fucking cart.
Yeah, right.
That's your property.
That's your property, bro.
We have an unspoken rule. You don't dip into other people's carts. That's kind of an unspoken. I've had people try to do it to me, though. That's why I've got that.
Really?
Oh, dude,
really?
I'm hard.
That's some ballsy fucking shit right there.
I've had people I walked away from the counter, like, to hold an item for me. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm with him. He said I could buy it.
Fucking balls of people, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
And so I got to a point where if something, I stopped asking to put that shit on hold. I was like, I will purchase it right now. Mm-hmm. And, oh, do you want a bag for that? I'm like, oh, I'm just going to keep shopping. I'll hold on to it. It's like, I get cutthroat at thrift stores. So I've had people burn me for stupid shit. Like, oh, I just want to do this. And then they're like, they'll stick a whole thing in front of you. Like, I'm grabbing one thing out of there and you just grabbed everything. Because they would like seriously take an arm and just like scoop. Yeah. Throw it in, sort it out later.
You ever get into like throwing blows for over shit like that, or just like heated arguments?
Every Monday morning at the Capitol Hill Value Village when I was up there, I would go up because it was 99-cent tag day. That was when the color tags that were like 50% off all like that weekend, whatever. Mm-hmm. Now they're 99 cents for this one day only.
Jeez, that's a good deal, dude.
So people,
you gotta take advantage of that.
So employees would try to like they'd have to come in early to like basically take like keyboards and stuff like that were going to go for 99 cents, pull them, put them on a new color cycle, and put them back out. I watched them do it. I'm like, I'm trying to grab that. And they're like, no, I can't. It's an orange tag. I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm trying to grab it.
Right.
You're doing us dirty. That's when I first found out about that. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Do you do this regularly?
Jeez.
I go, that's
some scant fucking
dude.
Of the earth fucking
maybe you should do that
right
Sunday night before you close.
Yeah.
Do a scan then. That's fair. But trying to do it and like
while you're fucking
customers are trying to pluck shit off the shelves.
You gotta do that after hours, man. You can't be doing that.
Yeah, no, they were bad about that. So, but see, and I also got smart to it too. So I would put like video games that were upstairs. They've been sitting there for a while. Nothing like valuable, but things I wanted, but I wasn't going to pay their like $5.99 for it. I would put it into the fabric patterns.
Oh, shit. No, I've done shit like that before. Yeah.
Where no one's going to think to look because these people were cutthroat. This one dude was like talking to you, being his friend, is like doing that body language where he's slowly moving you away. And now he's the first person in front of the door. And I'm like, no, I was here first, dickhead. Yeah. You know, I know what you're trying to do, you little weasel.
You're fucking weaseling your way.
And people are like teachers in a hallway, like, no running, fucking like stampeding, like was it Jingle All the Way, just like that, out of control. This dude that the guy I was talking about, he one time took there was a whole counter to put the 99-cent jewelry out, like, and he would just take his arm and take a basket, just like the same thing, just like scoop, take it in, sort it out later. It's me.
Wow.
Nobody else gets to see this.
Wow.
Instead of like everybody else like have a pick at it or something like that. Like, oh, here you grab. Oh, you know, being polite.
Like, motherfucker, you're not the only person with money around here.
I know. It's like these people were just they got mean, and so like I would go the night before on Sunday and basically do what I was telling you, that doing their job.
Yeah.
Hide those Xbox. That's why I had so many Xboxes. Like, I keep telling you, like, I have like 6 in storage because I would give them like 99 cents. At one point, I had like 12 of them, and I would just give them away to friends. And like, we've got a modded Xbox here, and it's just a fun thing I do for an hour.
You're just giving it,
giving them away to people. Like,
presents,
here, you got to figure out the cord situation and everything else, but this will get you started.
Yeah.
This is you get that loaded up.
Do that, dude. Fuck yeah,
just
hell yeah
for $1.
Dude,
I wasn't trying to make money.
That, dude. You can't beat that, dude.
I can't. I mean, shit. In fact, last night, one of my friends, her wife was saying she wants Morrowind and an Xbox, and I'm like, why didn't you say so?
Yeah, it's like I know how to do it.
I can soft mod one, throw the Game of the Year Morrowind on there, and if there's room, what else do you want?
What else do you want? Well, let's go ahead and sit down and think about that one for a second.
I mean,
it's just what I do, man. It's what you do.
Microsoft ain't making money on the OG Xbox. The money they are making on it is like on the digital store, like for the 360 and the One. They do sell original Xbox titles. You can still buy this kind of stuff. So
yeah,
but yeah, they don't give two shits what happens to the fucking hardware right now.
Yeah, it's out for retirement.
As Damone says in Fast Times, they don't care if it stays, prays, lays, or stays. Comes, lays, prays, or stays.
They don't give a fuck, dude.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck. That's how it is, Microsoft. Microsoft doesn't give a fucking shit right now, you know?
No. You know, I think Microsoft needs to do a handheld of some kind. Like something that would, like how the Vita, you can use it as like a second screen. Mm-hmm. Like, I love sitting on my back porch on a summer night with my PS4, like playing like No Man's Sky or Battlefront 2 on my fucking Vita. That is fun, dude.
That's cool shit.
Just smoking weed on a beautiful summer night, 80-degree night.
Yeah. That's how I feel about that Switch, dude. I fucking can take that thing with me wherever the fuck I go.
Dude, man. I mean, I even brought my... I had this with me at Bill's last night. I carry this thing because I'm playing through it right now. Dragon Quest 8.
It's an amazing game.
Yeah, for the PS2?
Yep.
Yeah, it's they ported it to 3DS a couple years ago. And added 2 new characters, and I'm finally past where I was stuck on the PS2 version of it. So
well, then there you go. You're already ahead of the game.
I'm already ahead of it.
Yeah,
in like 20-something hours, and I'd put the same 20 hours. I was like a couple events behind. So
right.
Like, I'm way ahead of this.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. I love the idea though of like being able to take a game with you just wherever you fucking go.
Oh man, like
it's like.
I had a friend of mine. We went to the store the other day. She was like, "Oh, I don't want you to go in here and be bored. You just want to wait in the car." And I'm like it's a bad thing for me to like sit here.
No, leave me to my devices, woman. I can handle myself.
I'm stoned. I need to grind a little bit on this game.
Yeah,
I'll just sit here and relax. It's a nice night.
Oh, dude, I fucking when I go to work, dude. Now instead of like going on Facebook and shit, I just fucking take my Switch with me. I just play Mario Kart. I play fucking I'll play Donkey Kong. I've been playing The Messenger, dude. Like,
I've heard about the Messenger.
It's a fucking amazing game, dude. It's an amazing fucking... I'm kind of stuck on this one part, so I haven't played it for a little bit.
I'll probably get a Switch this year.
You should,
in 2019. Well,
you should.
Most importantly, I want to be able to play online with my niece and nephew in New York.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's the best part, dude.
I mean, they're like, what, 7 and 4 right now? So, yeah. He's about to be 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My youngest just turned 8.
And he's all about games.
Yeah.
I just sent their Wii U back to him. Their disc drive went out on it because they live in New York and a roach died on the disc drive. So we learned how to soft mod a Wii U. I figured it out through a bunch of ripped copies from my personal collection. I did the same to my Wii U.
Yeah.
Because believe me, Nintendo's trying to bury that fucking system right now.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, there's only like what? Xenoblade Chronicles X, Sharp FE, Tokyo Chronicle Mirage, that one that's like Persona Cross Fire Emblem, that weird game they did. Devil's Third. Like, I'm running out of Wii U exclusives. Almost all those exclusives that when the Switch first came out have been ported in the last like year.
Oh.
Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, that's a Wii U game.
Yeah, I know it is. Same with Mario Kart 8, dude. That was it was a Wii U.
So they are really trying to bury this system quick, and like
Well, it was like their like worst performing like fucking system of like all time, isn't it?
Oh, it's up there with the Virtual Boy with
I
sales.
heard it's not that bad though. Like
I love my Wii U.
I had the Wii, as you can see behind you, dude. I had the Wii.
Oh, I love the Wii.
But like, I just never got around to getting the Wii U, just because like in a lot of time, and honestly, it was mainly because of financial issues. Because like
Pikmin 3, that's another one that's not on
Pikmin
Switch.
3, no shit, dude.
Oh my god, Pikmin 3.
Yeah.
I love the Pikmin trilogy. Have you played any Pikmin?
I've heard of Pikmin. And
You know
I may
the
have
premise.
No, explain the premise.
You are an alien who has crash landed on Earth. You are
Okay.
the size of a quarter.
That's fun.
And your ship has broken off into different pieces around you.
Okay.
So you have a day and night cycle. You have like basically the day to gather the pieces of your spaceship. But
So
of
you gotta
course-
go like explore and fucking find it and shit.
And you meet these critters called Pikmin.
Cool.
That are like these they're plant creatures. They grow in the ground and you pull them out. You uproot them.
Okay.
And so it's like a mix of real-time combat strategy with like this adorable miniature world that you explore.
That's
And the
fucking, dude. I love shit like that.
In the
dude.
second game,
Hell yeah.
you and your buddy go back. It's a 2-player co-op game you can do. It's optional. But you and your buddy can go through and you explore these dungeons and you bring back stuff like, was it like a dynamic nuclear physics reactor? And it's just like a AA battery.
Okay.
Like the shit they call the thing, because from their perspective, like, mighty...
This is amazing.
Mighty
Yeah.
berry, and it's just a strawberry.
Yeah. The mighty berry.
Yeah, and the Pikmin 3 was pretty decent too. I'm stuck on the final boss, but it is... I liked it a lot so far.
yeah.
I mean, I'm aside from not beating it, I really enjoyed it.
How many, on average, how often would you say do you actually complete games? Like, play
Pretty
them all
often.
pretty often?
Pretty often. More than I care to admit, probably. No, because I'll start a game, and let's say like Fallout 3. That shit, I have like 120 hours invested. So by the time I get around to buying like an ultimate edition of like New Vegas, that's how long it takes me to get because I can't do that 120 hours in like a month like a lot of people do. I do it in chunks. So if I really get into a game that much, it says something.
Right.
So by the time I get Fallout New Vegas Ultimate, I'm not trying to play another Fallout game immediately. Or 4. I even picked up 4. I still can't get into it because I'm too falled out.
Yeah, because you just need to recover from playing the initial fucking...
Yeah, and then there's like the
run through.
76 out now. Jeez, pump the brakes.
Like, pump the brakes, guys. Like, Call of Duty.
These games take a long time to beat.
Yeah.
We don't need one every year.
Yeah. It's not like Call of Duty where you fucking play through the fucking story in like a day.
Yeah, it's like a 6-hour campaign or something.
Yeah.
8-hour campaign,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's a little bit more in-depth and shit, dude.
Yeah, so it's like, oof, yeah, slow down.
Slow the fuck down, guys.
What was the other one I just announced the other day? Like the Outer Worlds. It's like the creators of Fallout, the original PC one, and the makers of Fallout 3 or something like that.
Okay.
It's like their new space spunk RPG, outer space.
just
Looks
so much
old.
shit, dude.
It looks cool.
I had to pump the brakes.
The trailer looks really cool.
I had to pump the brakes with my kids. Like, we got Super Smash Brothers Ultimate here the other day, and I told them, I was like, no more. We're done with video games for
See,
like
that
a
goes.
long
It
time.
goes back to like being happy with what
we
you're
have too
with.
many games.
Oh, you're
need to
telling
finish
me.
some of
I
those
collect.
games.
I
Yeah.
collect, and
Yeah.
I know there's probably. I'd estimate half my collection I've never put into a system yet.
Yeah,
So it's just that much. It got out of hand,
I believe it.
and it happens so rapidly. So what I do is I take home chunks at a time,
Oh, work.
like 5 or 6
I see what
titles
you
I
mean.
want to play on,
Yeah,
and try to focus on those.
I see what you mean.
So this way, you know, if I'm in the mood for, and I try to mix it up, like, oh, at least I have to have a racing game.
It's like you have your own personal video store, dude. Like, you know,
pretty much.
In a sense, you just go there. Okay, I'm gonna check this out for this.
Well,
week.
we don't live in the, like I said,
badass.
I think I said
dude.
it on the Best Gaming one. Like, I don't live in the greatest spot, so having a storage unit that is actually under lock and key, there is cameras. There's a check-in, check-out system.
Yeah.
I feel really secure knowing that my collection is in a good spot.
Of course.
It sucks it's not really temperature controlled. But
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. No.
like my Turbo Express took a shit on me a couple years ago. My handheld Turbo Graphics. I need to replace the capacitors on it now. But not the end of the world.
It's not. You're not gonna lose. Yeah.
It's not like I don't have like other things to do.
Right. You got. Yeah.
So it's just a cycle of going through things. Like I do want to eventually get a Turbo Graphics again. Like a console.
I never owned a Turbo Graphics.
I got one years ago for $5 at a Goodwill.
Yeah.
And that's my first taste of like finding a cheap game system. It was like all in a fucking bag, like it's like canvas bag, and I'm like, $5, huh?
I'll take that.
Yeah, had a couple games in it. Nothing good, like Impossible and like Ballistics.
Yeah,
which is
pretty shitty.
Pretty shitty games.
Pretty shitty fucking games.
And I did collect a few games for it before I sold it to Pink Godzilla and like the aughts because I was like, because at the time there was no value.
How much did you sell it for?
Probably like $20.
Dude, you fucking.
I made money. I got to own one for a while,
yeah.
and then I eventually got like that instant collection again later. So it was like. I'm not heartbroken. Yeah. I mean, it's not like you can't emulate these things. Yeah. I mean, because that's what I'm saying, too. Like, I own a lot of things I emulate, too. Like, PS1 games, those rips are usually from my personal collection.
Your personal collection,
yeah. Like, they just hacked the PS1 Classic, actually, the other day.
Because that just came out, too, dude.
Just came out. There's already, like, several methods, and... like I've already watched the evolution, like, and this is something.
So you could just throw in all the
like in the old emulator days. This would have been like a month's progress in the old emulator days, and like say like the 99, 2000,
right?
Like done within like 5 hours. It's like there was so many updates so quickly. Like you'd watch these YouTuber videos and you look by like how many hours ago it was uploaded by the same person. It's like single game USB exploit. Multiple games USB exploit. Holy shit, external hard drive. It's like it's happening so quickly. They put out 3 videos in a day kind of a thing. You're like, whoa. Like, wow, that's some because the people apparently I saw in one video, the 4 people who came up with this hack, they banded together like, oh shit, we're kind of the kings of this. Let's put our heads together.
Nice.
Why compete? Let's
make it as best we can.
Let's be the guys.
So with the hacks, does that allow you to put like all like PlayStation 1 games? Can you put like PlayStation 2 games on there?
Just PS1 so far.
Just PS1 so far.
But I've seen, like I said, people running Tony Hawk, Tomba, some Japanese game.
Right.
Yeah, it's real.
It's there.
It's Pepsi Man. John Riggs did Pepsi Man.
No shit. I've never heard of Pepsi Man. What the hell is Pepsi Man?
It's a Japanese PS1 game. Okay. In Japan, they have a Pepsi Man. Oh, shit. And this really... you know what? I can't tell you anymore because I might use some Pepsi Man. Let's just say...
okay.
How about
we'll leave it there, dude. It's no worries. I'm
going to write that down because...
Write that down. We'll leave it there. No worries.
Don't do any homework on Pepsi Man until the 29th.
Not till the 29th. Okay. We got it, guys.
Do not open until... Oh, by the way, so speaking of sending the Wii back to the kids, I threw in some movies for the kids because I found out I had an extra set of the original Superman movies on DVD.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And so I ripped the copies I wanted because one of them was like the Richard Donner cuts of 1 and 2, which I didn't have. But I was like, cause I have the vanilla ones on an old set. I'm like, I'm happy with those. Right, but yeah, I want to have copies of the Donner cut. Of
course.
And so I just ripped all 4 of them. And Superman Returns was in it too.
I think I have that same collection. It came as like a 4-pack.
It was a 5-pack.
5-pack.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think. I got.
I show my nephew and I'm like, because he's into superhero movies, like really big into the Marvel shit. He's like, about to be 8. And I show him this. He's like, "Oh, Superman's lame." And I'm like, "Dude, watch Superman."
Superman is not fucking lame.
I go, "Watch Superman 1 and 2. If that's only the Superman you ever taken in your life, so be it.
Yeah.
You should watch 3 because Richard Pryor is pretty fucking good in the 3rd one." It was like, oh, when he gets that check for like $87,000. I love Richard Pryor. He makes that movie so good. I'm sorry. He's and then when he gets the guard drunk, that scene. That's the best part, man. Yeah. Even the opening where it's like so comical with like the blind guy and like the guy runs over the hydrants are filled with water. The 4th one
started like the modern day superhero.
Yeah, because rewatching 1 and 2 recently, I actually was like kind of confused when I first started the first movie because I haven't seen it in so long because I always started with 2 for some reason.
It wasn't until a couple years ago that when I got that collection, like I'd never.
Because you're thinking like, did I put the wrong disc in? Because why is Zod and everybody getting put in the thing? That's the beginning of 2.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What? Oh shit! They tied it together that like in '78.
Yeah.
They were like so. It's like I tried to tell them that.
Fun movies, dude.
I go, if you didn't have this movie, you would not have your Marvel Avengers, 20 movies in 10 years.
You wouldn't have Avengers 20.
Yeah, and they just released a trailer for 4.
I just saw that dude, for 4. Yeah. Fucking. Oh man, I'm pretty stoked for it. Like,
and they're like, "Oh, we didn't expect so many people to see it." I'm like, "Dude, are you kidding me? You left the last movie off on such a fucking."
Everybody, I remember.
It's the ultimate. It puts Empire Strikes Back in second place for the greatest mainstream movie of all time to end on a downer.
We saw it the first night. It was like that Thursday night, dude. Here at the cinema, and the crowd reaction to that, dude, was pretty fucking like, "Oh shit!" Like we just saw some shit, dude.
Ant-Man and the Wasp yet?
We rented it, but like I didn't really watch it. So.
Did you see the end scene?
No, I didn't.
Can I say it?
You can spoil it for sure.
Okay, yeah. So they're famous for their end scenes. This one basically Scott Lang and Pym and whatchamacallit, his Pym's wife and the daughter who plays the Wasp. They're in this parking lot and they're going to do a really quick quantum experiment because they have that like Jeep now, that's van with the quantum gate,
right,
to go into the micro world or whatever. And so it's like a routine operation. We're going to go in there and get these particles in and out 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
So he goes down there, like, you down there, like, yep, ready to go. And then he collects the particles, like, all right, commencing in 3, 2, nothing happens. Guys, pans out to the outside world. You see them, all 3 people are victims of the snap.
No shit. Oh, so it was all right when fucking Thanos.
So even that one ends on a super downer. Damn. Like, damn, now you're stuck in the micro world.
Well, it's like in the trailer for 4, they show fucking Ant-Man fucking...
So he clearly gets out.
Yeah.
I mean, duh.
Like, he wasn't in Avengers. So,
I would feel so bad, though, if I was a parent who took a kid to go see Infinity War and trying to explain to him, like my nephew... is all about Black Panther.
Yeah, and Black Panther does.
Black Panther snapped.
Oh, dude, I took my kids.
Spider-Man.
I was with my kids when we saw it.
Spider-Man gets snapped. Come on.
Everybody, my kids were just like, they know.
No, but he's not old enough to know there's going to be a sequel to this. So it's like,
I know. A lot of kids got fucking like.
Kids don't
cried and shit, dude.
Kids don't get that there's going to be a sequel.
What do you mean Spider-Man's dead?
Yeah, like it's like the ultimate fucking with people I've seen, like said, since Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
like the down.
I agree.
That ends on.
I could say that. Yeah,
it's up there. 'Cause remember Empire? Yeah. I mean, that's still. I mean, people still talk about it because it's that powerful. It's one of the greatest in that trilogy. It is like why it's considered to be a good trilogy because a good second act of like an opera and all that always ends with the hero in the worst peril.
Yeah.
And then in the third act, of course, it all comes back. But that's the best stories. Yeah. Tend to really have. And right now we are in our Empire, if you will. We're in that phase. Where the next one goes, let's see where this fucking ends. Let's hope it's not Return of the Jedi. Like, don't get me wrong, we can have some Ewoks, Yub Nub.
I like the Ewoks. I don't got shit to say about Ewoks.
And I'm sorry, Jabba's house band in the OG cut.
Woo!
That fucking funk song. That shit's so good.
Fucking kills it every time.
And then
every time.
Then that recut they did in like the 90s. Boo.
Yeah, fuck.
There was some bullshit. They even cut Yub Nub.
They cut Yub Nub?
Dude, actually...
Why the fuck? Why? That's one thing is like, why do they gotta keep trying to fucking make it better, dude? It's just like...
That brings me back
Fuck you, George Lucas.
I recently got my copy of Return of the Jedi back. And I loaned it to somebody. This kind of goes back to loaning movies.
It's like a VHS copy?
This is a great story. And also, was actually the DVD release where they put out like 2006 or 7 where the bonus disc was the original theatrical cut for DVD.
No shit.
It's like, so it's like, whoa,
I got
shit.
you. Whoa.
It's the only way it was ever officially
released. Pump the fucking brakes, guys.
Besides Laserdisc, it's the only way it's ever been released in that good quality of format. And so it's a sought-after set. So I'd loaned Jedi to a coworker. So we're one by one while I was working there, loaning him the movies, and he'd watch them for a weekend or two.
Mm-hmm. Like, bitch,
bring him back.
Get fucking Netflix in the mail, motherfucker.
2 years have gone by.
Mm-hmm.
I messaged him the other day.
Yeah.
I just sent a picture of the cover of that.
You sent that too?
and I said, any chance I can get this back from you soon?
Yeah.
I get not only a heartfelt apology, not an ass-kissing one, but a heartfelt, like,
awesome.
Dude, you're
Yeah.
like, I've been
yeah.
so busy. I've been thinking about it, too,
yeah.
actually, recently. Are you free tonight? Like, we figured out a time.
dude,
And ultimately,
badass.
he showed up to my front door. I was like, I'm actually home right now. If you want to, I'll just walk out front and you just do a drive-by. Literally just whoop, whoop.
Yep.
He basically did. He just kind of barely stopped, smiled, like, hey, I'm so sorry. Hey, you took good care of it. It looks great.
Yeah, they were immediately, able to, like, fucking...
When the first thing I look at it, I'm like,
it's
it's been sitting on his shelf.
Yeah.
He hasn't touched it.
Yeah.
So I open it up just to make sure you didn't forget the disc inside a DVD player or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Inside of it is tucked a $10 bill inside.
Oh, no shit.
And I'm like,
That's
and I look
nice.
over at the car and he's got a thumb up out the window.
That's
I'm like,
really
dude, and I message him like, you didn't have to do that. He goes, no.
nice. Late charge.
But you know what? That right there,
Yeah.
that gives me faith in people too. Because like I said, it's like we were talking about earlier. I don't like loaning out things unless it's like certain people. Like I just know, I will do it as an act of faith. Like if I loan this to you and you can give it back to me in a reasonable amount of time. What else are you going to do within a reasonable?
Yeah.
But that also shows their character too. Are they going to respond to me in a reasonable amount of time?
Be
So
respectful.
I have this time-sensitive thing that needs to be done. That's very important. Something we're working on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear 3 days later. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no, dude.
Have some fucking
It
courtesy.
shows character, dude. It shows character.
So it's part
if
of
you
the
can fucking get it back into somebody, that shows that you care about their time and their property.
Like my
you get
nephew.
it back to
Like
them.
I'm bugging
Yeah.
him again recently. Like I told
course.
you before the show about how he's got a couple of my movies. I'm like, can I get those back from you soon? Radio silence.
You might as well call him out on the podcast that no one listens to, Brandon. Fucking
Listen
tell him to
here,
give
my
you
little
back.
nephew C. I'm just gonna call him C because he goes by C. He knows what I'm talking about.
Send him the link when this episode drops. Like,
Hey C, I want
listen
you
to the 1 minute and 20, the hour and 20.
I want my Rackin' Tours live at Montreux back. It was a life-changing disc. I even told you to listen to it before Uncle Gordon showed up last spring, but you couldn't do that. And then I gave you the Super Furry Animals songbook, the NTSC version, not the PAL version, so it played on American systems, and you couldn't even do that.
GC.
Couldn't even put it on while you clean the dishes or something, just to listen to it.
Motherfucking C, dude.
Try to give you some good music, and then you go in. Next one of the last times I saw you, you were like doing Taylor Swift's "Look What You Made Me Do," and then I started laughing. You said, "What's so funny?" And I said, "South Park parodied that song last week."
Oh, fuck, dude. What'd he say then?
He was just like, "Damn," and I'm like, "Dude, if South Park's parodying your hot new song that quickly, that should say something about your hot new song."
Brandon Huck. I think that's where we're going to have to end this podcast.
Kevin Porter, dude, we got an hour 25 almost.
Yeah.
Dude. Whoop, 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 see, we told you we're going a little deluxe on it 'cause it's the end of the year.
Dude, fucking, it's a Christmas present to everybody out there.
We put a little bonus on it because we had a lot to talk about tonight.
Yeah, it was a fucking fun episode, though, dude. It was a very fucking fun hour.
Dude.
25, dude.
We got to smoke some bowls, and we hope you did too.
I hope everybody was able to enjoy and partake.
In your own way. And if you don't
Yeah.
smoke, we get
Yeah,
As long as maybe you're taking a run and that's your runner's high,
Hey.
and you listen to us while you run.
Like, hey, man, you made my run the other day the best experience ever, Brandon Huck.
I don't know. I mean, I hear feedback in the most interesting ways. So find. Let's see what's it's all the promos here.
Yeah, this is the time.
I've got quite a laundry list here now.
Okay, man, yeah.
Let me start here so I don't forget anything. Sports Center Tuesday nights, of course. From
Sports Center Tuesday night.
sign ups are
open
7:30.
mic, comedy.
8 o'clock is the show, and if you haven't found our Facebook page, we've had a plethora of incredible promos recently, including Jeff Dye.
People can check the show notes for the Facebook
Yes,
page.
Jeff Dye gave us some love.
episode.
From Jack Hennessy recently. He got that
Yes.
video with Jeff. That was badass. Props to both of those boys. Love those dudes. Then we got, let's see here. So What the Huck is making its triumphant return.
Ooh, I think that's what we were here to kind of. Yeah, man. That's
That's
like
the
this
29th.
weekend.
That's the 29th, so it'll probably be dropping right
This
before
weekend.
this. So it'll be, this
This
Saturday. Kevin Porter and Jaime Garcia will be my panelists. It's a series of strange and unusual videos I curate. Of course, you know how I like to do. It'll be a nice, fun trip we'll all take together. Have a good chuckle, have a good laugh, and you guys just got to talk some mad shit, just like hanging out in a living room in the 90s with a bunch of friends. That's kind of the premise of the show. and it should be a laugh a minute. It should be pretty good.
I'm looking forward to it, dude. Like, as soon as you invited me to come on the fucking panel, dude, I was like looking forward to it,
dude. And then I've got 2 more episodes of Nostalgic Cheese. You probably have already missed these, but by the time this airs, they would have already happened. But I'm doing the Pacific Northwest Volume 2 for the Saturdays. Not the shows that you're hearing now, but yeah, at the time of the recording. Yeah, so it's like bands from the Pacific Northwest and have like association with it, like, I'll show a Ray Charles one because
I think people, definitely.
Every week it's 36 videos.
Every week, every Saturday you're at Hop Nation. Dude.
Pretty much. Yeah. If I'm not there, it's a band, and that's been kind of far and between because people have been loving Nostalgic Cheese. It's been quite a hit.
Put on a good show, dude. It reminds me of like an old like 70s fucking disc jockey. Like you're the disc jockey. Like you even have the desk like it, dude.
Oh yeah.
And people are just fucking having fun with it, dude.
It's just a good time. I try to make everyone in the room have and I've had people, because of the nature of the show, it's music videos, they'll be watching the sports at the bar, and they're like, I've had the complaint that they can't watch both because they want to watch the video. Oh my god, that has a video, but I don't want to miss this play.
That's a good complaint.
Yeah, but they love hearing the music, so it works for them. And then that's every Saturday. And then
you don't need to listen to commentary on sports, dude. All you need to see is, as long as you can see it.
Oh, and they're loving it because I'll bring in familiar hits and I'll bring in obscure stuff. I try to appease everybody. I want something for everybody.
Of course.
So if you don't like a song, just wait 5 minutes. And then, what else I do? Oh, trivia. I have the day after Christmas, the 26th at Hop Nation. It's a Wednesday night. I have a trivia show I'm writing and hosting. Okay. And I'm hosting Wednesday at Hop Nation, hosting the trivia this week at the time of the recording. And, damn. I think
I'm a busy man, dude. You're a busy fucking man, Brandon.
And I've got eBay to take care of.
eBay.
I run an eBay store.
You can plug your fucking eBay store, dude.
If you need video game replacement cases, I'm changing my name. It's right now Starbucks Cards Seattle. I'm getting out of the game of Starbucks Cards, though. It was a good run, but right now replacement video game cases have been a lot more lucrative and plentiful. So if you buy a game without a case...
Come talk to you on eBay, man.
Find me on eBay. You'll see it like replacement case, no game, and like you're doing something right when other people are mimicking your style.
No shit.
I saw like some recommended items, and it was like the same way I write it with a capital R and a C, and then all bold for the no game.
Jeez.
And then the name of the game for.
Right.
So I've already started a format of replacement cases. I've pioneered it like I did Starbucks cards.
It's amazing, dude.
I know. We could go. That's a commerce episode we can do another time. Where how to get your own side hustle going, because I can't run every side hustle. Hey man, and there's plenty out there.
That's amazing.
Find your side hustle.
You're your own entrepreneur, bro.
And now I just finally got smart to actually do fucking shows and book myself and make myself something out there. And I'm having a good fucking time. The Yakima is a great place. I'm having so much fun with these shows. Like I get to live the dream. Make people smile, meet people.
That's the dream, dude. It's the fucking dream, dude.
You're
living the dream, Brandon Huck.
It's what
you fucking are, man.
It's what I wanted to do.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck the haters and the bosses that don't get it.
That's right, bro.
All I want to do is just do what I do. Let me do my thing. I don't try to interrupt.
Well, Brandon Huck, I thank you again for coming on the fucking
podcast.
Thank you, Mr. Porter. And as always,
I hope you did listen, people.
I think people fucking dug this shit.
And then, of course, I'm on Facebook. I'm Brandon Huck in Yakima. I'm the only one.
Whoop, whoop. All right, guys. Well, everybody knows where they can find our shit.
Yep.
You know? Our very little social media presence that we have, dude. I've abstained from being on social media, dude.
Well, the trick is...
I'm taking a stand, dude. I'm no longer being subservient to that fucking the bullshit.
Just enjoy it's like anything. Just enjoy it for a few minutes. Like, that's my problem. People say, did you see this on Facebook? I'm like, I was on for like 5 minutes.
We post on our Facebook page and that's it, dude. Like, I don't do Instagram anymore. I don't do Twitter. Like, I have it automatically linked to my Twitter, so it just automatically posts on there, but like, I don't get on the fucking Twitter.
Dude, Instagram's disappointing, man. I went on it thinking it was going to like give me like 3 grams of weed, and it's just like maybe 3 grams of coke. No, it's just pictures of food.
Fucking Brandon Huck, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Shit, you're never gonna know until your body do it again. Looks like chocolate, tastes like shit. You're never gonna know until your body do it again. Looks like chocolate, tastes like shit. Looks like chocolate, I don't mind. I just want mine, you know, I'm on the side, yeah, covered, take my shit. You're never gonna know until your body doing it. Yeah, looks like covered and I take my shit. Crap, crap, crappity, crap, 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 crappity, crap, crap, crap. Looks like covered, looks like covered, looks like covered, take my shit. Looks like covered, looks like covered, looks like covered, take my shit. Looks like covered, looks like covered, looks like covered, take my shit. Looks like covered, looks like covered, looks like covered, take my shit. Looks like... Whoa! Thank you, we're Steaming Wolf Penis. That's right, a wolf with a steaming penis. That's who we are.